Halo teman-teman, selamat siang semua. Kita akan nobar lagi Paperrex versus Boom Esport. Gue satu game aja karena gue nanti poin pergi guys. Atau mungkin 2 game sama Boom 2 game guys ya. So welcome to the live stream teman-teman semua. Selamat datang, selamat siang semua. Semoga terhibur dengan live streaming hari ini. Hari ini moga-moga kita menang dan win streak untuk Paperrex. Gue nggak tahu guys, soalnya kemarin sempat kalah jadi agak drop ya guys ya. Walaupun turnamennya bukan franchise atau apapun, tapi bahaya juga sih guys kalau misalnya bisa kalah begini guys. Oke. Gua harap hari ini mereka panas guys ya. Anjay, Severin boom. Anjay, Jason. Aduh, copyright deh kayak. Ini Blitz serem banget, Cok. Ngeri, Cok. Blitz, Cok, sekarang, Cok. Blitz sekarang ngeri. Blitznya sekarang ngeri. Waduh, LRQ. Game Secret. Kan? Tolong, please. Bakekok. Yes.
Good morning,
nice.
Faces watching at home and in the arena. I'm Mamba, your host, and I'd like to welcome all of you to the Valorant India Invitational by Galaxy Racer, powered by AMD. Yesterday, we kicked things off at Group A, where we had 3 teams have a 3-way tie, with the scoreline being 2-1. HyperX, Secret, and RRQ, all of them. But HyperX and Secret made it through only because of their dominating performances.
Opening dulu nggak sih? Aduh, nggak tahu juga guys. Ini ngomong nggak sih? Nggak lama openingnya guys ya.
But today we have Group B, and we'll find out which 2 teams make it to the semifinal to have a shot at lifting this trophy.
Hola, Mido.
There's a lot on the line. There's money,
Baru bangun gua guys.
of course, and there's all the glory. But we'll talk about that right now. It's time
Gue sarapan telur rebus.
Team in question, ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Boom Esports.
Anjay. RRQ udah pulang bang, udah. Gak masuk playoff dia. Gemos. Anjay, berserk. Kira-kira Boom yang sekarang serem gak guys menurut kalian guys? Dengan pemain baru Zero dan Severin. Ada Boom Slice, tai lah Boom Slice.
That's Boom, ladies and gentlemen, for all of you folks out there. And, well, the team can settle in. But that's the first team. Now for the second team in question, ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Paperrex!
Let's go. Harus menang guys, ini kalau kalah udah pulang pasti guys, sumpah. Kalau misalnya kalah udah pasti pulang sih guys, Paperrex. Ini nama bang, Singapura. Ayo dong, BO1 ya, soalnya BO1 cok. Terus kemarin kalah sekali soalnya. Blitz kayak bakal benang terus ya. Blitz lagi, menurut gue Blitz lagi panas-panasnya. Most probably kemungkinan besar Blitz bakal juara 1 di grupnya. Paperrex juara 2 kalau kayaknya sih. Kalau Paperrex kalah udah pasti Paperrex juara 3 atau juara 4.
Let's get this party on the road as we start off the second day of action here at the Valorant Indian Invitational. And of course, we already saw Group P kind of take place. We've got our 2 representatives off of that group, but now it's time for action over in Group B. Yes,
ngantuk tuh mereka guys, baru tidur sebentar itu.
Now is to finish the deal.
I mean, it's a hell of a way to start our day, right? Paperrex, Boom, 2 of the favorites of the whole tournament, now playing against each other in what could potentially be an elimination for Paperrex.
Oh yeah.
The pressure's got to be there.
It definitely has to be, and I think both of these teams have got reasons why they should be progressing.
Ini kalau Paperrex kalah udah pasti pulang ya guys ya. Satu grup 4 tim. Jadi yang diambil juara 1, juara 2 dari grup. Kemungkinan besar ya Paperrex sudah kalah sekali ya. BO1 yo, BO1 doang Sen, cuma sebentar Sen. Setupnya lama Sen. Game-nya sebentar, nggak nyampe sejam. Makanya gue nonton sama Boom lagi deh. Boom kan abisnya lawan siapa? Lawan Blitz ya? Gue nonton lagi deh lawan Blitz deh.
To Paperrex. And this is after sort of best of 1s, 3s, 5s. They have played against Paperrex in every series imaginable and have just lost it.
Dukung Boom bang, perwakilan Indo dukung juga guys, Indo Pride ya. Tapi di Paperrex juga ada orang Indo soalnya. Aku dukung Jason sama Aaron lah. Referent itu RRQ bang, bukan Boom Boom. Benkai ngapain lagi Benkai liat? Benkai tai. Benkai tai.
Hey Benkai.
Best of luck.
Best of luck. I love the way.
It's the esports equivalent of a photobomb, right?
Yeah, that is definitely the esports version of a photobomb. But as I was saying, back to the format, right? Single round robin, best of 1s, and so far Paperrex.
Om Talking ngapain situ ya? Tahu saya anjing bisa gitu ya?
Yeah, they're 1-on-1, right? They played 2 games.
Yeah, they beat Global.
Yes,
God Squad.
Yo, Evan guys, sudah kalah nggak apa-apa. Tapi kalau bisa menang karena lumayan hadiahnya 50 USD guys, 750 juta yo. Yo.
Going up against Boom. Guess we'll have to see on the server. But
he seemed kind of chill.
He
You know,
seemed
the
pretty relaxed.
way he was waving, it was very.
It was
Hi,
nonchalant.
guys.
It was chill. It was happy.
He had a smile
That was
going as
true.
well.
That was an ear to ear.
Lumayan banget loh guys hadiahnya guys ini guys. Dia anjing nggak tahu dapat dari mana. Sponsornya gila sih ini.
Troll moment.
Maybe Boom are looking at this going, oh god, Benkai, if he's willing to go photobomb the desk, then we really could be in some
Did you hear that?
trouble. Yeah.
I don't know what that was. Nice.
Tigres kapan main bang? Nggak tahu deh.
All right, but let's get this show on the road. As we said, the two teams playing right now are Paperrex and Boom Esports. Two teams legends.
Gue deg-degan cowok. Ini skornya kalau bisa jauh juga sih, jangan mepet ya. Sekitar 13-6 guys, biar poinnya plusnya lumayan.
We're now seeing a team that really has some power behind them. With of course famous.
RRQ udah nggak lolos kah bang? RRQ udah nggak lolos guys, kalah poin dia. Nah, gue nggak mau sampai Paperrex kayak kalah poin juga, itu yang bahaya.
From Onyx, I believe. So this is really a powerhouse of a roster that's slowly kind of one step at a time been
Terus kalah beat udah downfall kah? Bukan, gini loh guys, gini loh. Ini analisa gue ya, Paperrex sama Bleed itu guys. Jadi kan Bleed itu musuh bebuyutan Paperrex ya. Bleed itu udah tahu taktik permainan Paperrex tuh kayak gimana. Dari agresifnya, dari pokoknya playstyle udah kebaca banget lah. Dari zaman-zaman Master juga orang semua udah tahu cara main Paperrex. Nah, Bleed itu baru mengganti pemainnya kan kemarin kan season ini dia ganti full rosternya, cuma ada Deren doang yang masih sisa guys. Sisanya ganti semua. Nah, karena ganti semua, playstyle-nya si Bleed itu berubah. Dan mungkin Paperrex belum bisa tahu playstyle-nya si Bleed kayak gimana. Jadi kita nerka-nerka gitu loh guys. Sama kayak Paperrex baru-baru masuk ke Master, dia nggak tahu, orang-orang tuh tim nggak tahu, Paperrex mainnya duelis, mainnya barbar. Makanya menang kan, bisa sampai juara 2, juara 3. Nah, sekarang kalau misalnya dilihat dari statistik, kalau misalnya Paperrex kalah ya wajar, karena Bleed itu dibilang cupung nggak kuat, pemain-pemainnya kuat, dan statsnya belum ada di YouTube, dimanapun belum ada gitu loh. Jadi nggak ada yang tahu cara mainnya gimana, makanya sekarang kaget. Pasti kan cara main dia tiba-tiba agresif lah, tiba-tiba nge-hold lah, kan nggak tahu. Bisa ke counter. Nah, yang sebenarnya ya plus minus guys, Paperrex tuh kurangnya emang kurang bisa bermain nge-hold, dia mainnya agresif terus. Itu yang kurangnya. Nambah berapa match? Mungkin 2 match sih sama Boom, 1 lagi yang lawan Bleed. Gua nggak tahu sih. Kalau buru-buru bang, sama selalu push, ya sama nggak nembakannya nggak ada yang kena sih.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and I quite like it when teams show confidence because usually they're really humble.
Tapi kan itu jadi playstyle bang. Iya, jadi playstyle, makanya gitu loh. Tim baru guys, tim yang baru-baru misalnya tim yang timnya kayak gini, anggotanya baru. Kita nggak pernah tahu dia mainnya kayak gimana. Kita nggak akan pernah tahu guys, mainnya Boom ntar kayak gimana. Misalnya mainnya agresif, kita nggak tahu cok. Nah itu dia, makanya bisa jadi pemain Paperrex kan bisa kaget gitu loh dengan playstyle yang baru yang ditunjukkan oleh mereka. Biasanya sih kalau tim-tim yang timnya baru terus permainannya eksplosif, itu bakal bikin tim yang udah lama kaget. Kayak misalnya awal-awal Paperrex ketemu tim-tim Eropa lah, ketemu The Guard, ketemu si G2, ketemu siapa guys? Kan itu kan mereka ngebantai-bantai kan semuanya kan. That's why itu kalau tim-tim baru kan nggak kebaca di cara mainnya. Makanya sekarang nih kalau Paperrex ya udah kebaca banget. Itu yang bahaya. Harus dilihat, bukan harus dilihat, harus bisa adaptasi dengan permainan yang baru. Cuman sampai sekarang Paperrex kurang itu. Kadang-kadang masih main eksplosif tapi nggak bisa main santai. Itu jadi kelemahan. Makanya Bleed itu bosnya. Bleed itu pelatihnya kayaknya pelatih juga serem dia, pelatihnya tuh bisa membuat timnya tuh adaptasi dengan permainan yang agak ngehold.
And we've got Benkai, Divide, Forsaken, Jing, and Mindfreak. But they do have an addition of a 6th player, right?
Kayaknya bosnya ambisius banget bang. Ya kayaknya Bleed itu bosnya tuh bos yang bener-bener. Gua kan dapat cerita, dapat desas-desus kalau emang Bleed tuh tim yang emang networknya tuh kaya banget bro. Bukan dari sponsor, bukan dari ini ya. Tapi emang timnya itu udah kaya gitu loh. That's why beli Sekeri, beli Crazy Guy gitu loh. Padahal nggak masuk franchise ya. Mereka mau ngejar franchise kali.
Where Bleeds have done absolutely incredibly up until the tournaments that mattered for qualification, whether it's a Masters or whether to.
Terus kemarin nembaknya nge-whiff guys, Paperrex guys, nah itu yang serem. Oh udah nge-whiff itu yang tekan cok.
The issue they had where they looked absolutely dominant, went into champions and just flopped. And I don't really know what sort of attested to that.
Oh ini kayak Wifi mau bang, mau sponsor Wifi ada sponsor juga kocak. Itu kali.
They've had time to rest, recuperate.
Yo bisa yo guys.
And prepare now for how they're going to do against Boom.
Tambah kamera Jason lebih bagus. Nah, belum login tuh guys, masih lama kayak guys. Belum login Valorant tuh.
Paperrex were expected to go really far this tournament. I had them as my favorites, tournament favorites, and I think for many of the people watching, it has to be the team that is at the top in regards.
Gak enak itu guys headsetnya anjir itu kayaknya dah.
See themselves playing out. That's a big W coming out from Benkai. It seems like
wgaming right there.
Wgaming.
The inventors of wgaming as well.
With a bit of a wink at the end as well.
Absolutely. So.
Was that a picture? I'm not quite sure. When you do your fingers like that, is that a picture? It feels like a picture.
That was meant to be like ears, wasn't it?
Yeah, I know. It's probably. It's a cute.
Tuh isinya pakai banyak siapa bang? Itu si Jing. Jing itu orangnya steril gitu guys. Kayak tangannya bersih terus, makanya dia pakai tisu banyak. Kayak OCD lah kalau orang bilang tuh OCD guys yang itu kotor dia lah pakai tangan terus-terusan gitu loh. Itu ya. Si Jing tuh orangnya setahu gue bersih banget. BO1 kamang ya BO1 cok. Oh ini guys poinnya guys Paperrex -1 ya. Ini nggak bagus nih bro. 1 sama Paperrex guys. Dia harus 2-1 minimal banget harus 2-1 Paperrex. Dengan skor kurang lebih ya di atas ya 13-6 13-7 lah.
To be taken by Enigma. If they were going to win their matchup, which they did, it should have been an 11-round differential for them to get that second place. They did win their game, but unfortunately in not enough rounds, and therefore get that 3rd place.
Credit due to Enigma to just drag RIQ with them. It's noble. It's noble, yeah. I think.
Kayak gini guys nih. Ini main point guys. Kalau dia skornya sama semua 2-1, 2-1, 2-1, tapi dia main point. Ini yang serem. Kalau Paperrex poinnya nggak nyampe di sini, ya dia pulang. Grounded mana bang? Aduh, grounded mulu, cangak babi. Belum. Dan poinnya agak kurang untung ya. Apalagi lo BO1 kan. BO1 kan lo nggak tahu musuh lo kayak gimana. Main kalau misalnya sial lagi bad luck lagi nggak bisa nembak, udah kalah.
Already got a victory, and I think they've got a lot of confidence coming in against Boom later on. I think God Squad is kind of a lost cause. Yes, they've shown some strong points against.
Bocil grounded bang, nanti nggak sabar nggak? Di playstyle Valorant lu siapa bang? Jason lah. Maksudnya gue nggak ada kibal gitu kan, gue emang cupu ya aslinya. BO1 anything can happen, betul banget. Apalagi main point, cok. Lu mau main ambil poin tinggi juga susah, tapi kalau lu kepleset bisa tiba kalah ya bisa juga.
I can't help but think that
nggak enak kayak BO1 tuh gitu guys, gampang keplesetnya pokoknya dah.
Shaky yesterday, and I think that the Paperrex that when they're in their form, when they're in their groove, adaptations come like this, and they come at split-second decision making, and they're able to instantly react, instantly change.
Ayo, Paperrex bersama kita bisa maju.
So I think that for Boom here, there's a very real chance of going through this group. Let's take a look at our top 5 players. Is anyone
Gila Darian bro. Darian.
Look, Darian has only played 1 game so far, so his average is kind of so is Retler. So their average is kind of very high due to that 1 game that they played, but it was a very strong victory.
I want to mention the headshot percentage of Darian, considering he uses the operator. That's a
Whoa.
very big number for an operator
Whoa,
player.
they had some insane pistol rounds as well, didn't they?
They did, absolutely. I also really impressed with Zeke. Zeke having played 3 matches with Heretics, the fact that he's able to average 21 kills, 350 circa ACS over 3 maps is
Gue
incredible.
penasaran nih, Blade lawan Boom gimana guys? Apakah Boom bisa ini guys?
One player's 100 hate.
Yang masuk playoff City 1 sama 2 aja bang, betul. Makanya nih. Kadang tuh tim gini, HyperX dikalahkan Blade, ntar tiba-tiba bisanya Boom ngarahin si Blade gitu, kita nggak tahu.
I think probably shaping up to be
Ya
one
juga,
of the
bro.
best raises in this tournament. That being said, we haven't seen enough of Paperrex yet, so maybe they're going to have maybe they're going to take exception to that statement. We'll have to see in just a moment. Let's take a look at our map veto though. Let's see where this war will be waged. Of course, it looks like we're going to. I'm expecting a breeze or a fracture. Breeze banned.
Yes,
very
fracture.
early on. I quite like fracture, Pavlos.
Fracture? Why would you expect fracture? I'm excited about it.
Yeah,
but why?
I'm
Oh, GS nggak dianggap bang.
One of the reasons,
GS kayaknya sih enggak lah guys.
There's a very high chance.
Enggak seserem itu kok GS, cok. Sumpah. Gua kira tuh God Squad itu ini guys, apa tim Global Esport dengan monyet, dengan orang-orang baru, ternyata enggak.
But as a last pick, as a pocket pick, as sort of a
Gua
third
dulu siapa bang? Gua udah jelas bajunya baju apa
Practice
guys? Baju Paperrex. Mau nggak mau gua cukup Paperrex dulu ya. Walaupun kita Indo Pride, tapi ya udahlah ini yang terbaik yang menang lah gitu ya guys ya. Eventnya Paperrex, oke.
I believe in July where they played against FPX.
Yeah, and they didn't quite have the opportunity to play that in Champions, right?
Yeah,
Like we previously said in our narratives yesterday, is that Paperrex between their
Pak, aku dukung Bom boleh nggak? Boleh, nggak apa-apa.
they had enough points to get into.
Kayaknya sih skornya tipis sih, feeling gue sih. Nggak mungkin kayak 13-7, 13-8, 13-10 minimal.
Maybe not, weren't quite adept to their current meta to have the best performance later on. But I think it's time to jump into Agent Select and see what these players will be playing on.
Oke, gue mau lihat guys. Gue penasaran sama Boom juga guys. Kurang lebih kayak gimana setupannya.
Because quite honestly, this is the first time we're seeing it in this series.
Bah, Harbor!
Oh,
We've
no.
got a harbor.
We've got a harbor.
Our first harbor. I'm very happy. This
Aku suka nih guys, bobo meta. Wow, Phoenix dan Reina.
Our first harbor in both the tournament and I believe in an APAC tournament as well.
Wow.
Potentially a global tournament.
Potentially.
Harbor.
First one.
Penasaran gue liat si main freak main Harbor gimana bro?
Wow. Okay. And I guess we sidestepped the Phoenix on Fracture.
That's I love this comp from Paper. It's certainly new.
Paperrex, berarti Paperrex ini banyak latihan guys, kelihatan guys. Dia punya strat-strat baru yang emang jangan sampai yang bikin kaget musuh lah. Orang nggak nyangka gitu, anjing bawa Harbor cok, anjing bawa dua duelis cok gitu. Itu hal yang mungkin menurut gua adalah hal-hal penting dimana biar bikin musuhnya itu nggak bisa baca stratsnya. Biasa kan pakai agent ini, ganti agent ini. Harus punya beberapa cadangan ini sih, cadangan strategi.
I believe the Cove, which is the bubble he can use to protect his teammates, very good in after plants.
AKA the Harbor Smoke.
Absolutely, the Harbor Smoke. And of course, the last one of his sort of signature abilities being Cascade, which is that big wave pushing players back.
Son, Jing, udah tidur cukup kan? Jing udah seneng nih, udah segar tuh muka itu.
Explain to everyone what Reckoning does.
Oh, Reckoning essentially is a massive.
Apa ST2 bang? Kayak CSGO katanya sih, model dulu. Jadi kalau ST2 itu satu itu pakai earbuds, pakai headset penutup helikopter biar kedap, satu lagi mic.
I actually think Harbor could have a place here.
Definitely, can definitely take over sites, a lot of space very easily. So let's get the show on the road. Let's get excited. Paperrex on the defense, Boom on attack as we enter the first match of day 2 of the Valorant Indian Invitational.
So far, so good from Boom. It's fairly quiet as they list over towards this A site. Paperrex on the flip side of instead choose to aggress through main, which means this attack from Dish is going to have to be spearheaded by the Neon off the Zergs.
Looks like Paperrex are a little bit falling backwards to that A main position. Boom trying to take over space.
Nice.
They're comfortable to hold down the line. It's a crossfire.
Let's go.
Kills coming the way of the boys.
Whoa!
And Forsaken will be the final kill going their way. And just like that, 1-0 on the board for the Paperboy.
Gila pasti main freak single Harbor gua najis lu mak. Lu bocil main air katanya. Mic-nya spoiler ya juga ya. Let's go boy. Gak Indo Plat nggak usah ditemenin Bang Rio. Boom Esport, Paperrex gitu ya. Dukungin sekarang ya.
Primary weapons.
Oh, itu ngewall kemana sih? Nggak kelihatan. Oh, ngewall ke situ.
On a couple of them. Benkai
Itu Benkai.
has to trade his
Kayak
life
overpick,
out.
Cok.
Not quite the
Yeah,
optimal
ambil dah.
solution, given that the Spectre will be handed over to their hands. Oh, that is fast. The curveball, together with Forsaken dropping in. He wants more, and he's somehow still alive. He's got the assistance of his teammates, and that was a good golly fast round.
What I really like about that as well
Lumayan
is
cepet
the
banget,
cascade
anjir.
used in the backline.
Ini matchnya nunggunya lama. Mainnya sebentar ya kayaknya.
And then we saw the cascade.
Oh, ada frame drop ya? Itu dari officialnya, bukan dari gua.
Past Dish, who wasn't caught by the fault line, just gets pushed back, allowing Paperrex to take these fights. Really
Agresif banget. Ini Paperrex playstyle banget guys. Makanya ini sebenarnya banyak banget yang ini bisa dibangun di counter sama si Boom. Cuman gua nggak tahu nih Boom gimana counternya. Kita ngeliat aja guys, gimana cara counter dari Boom guys. Soalnya untuk playstyle begini tuh susah bro.
So what I've noticed here from Paperrex is that they've gone for two different.
Lo harus sabar mainnya, harus tunggu dia nge-push. Biar lu tuh nggak kena timing.
They knew that their very aggressive attack was coming due to the composition of their opponents, so they kind of dropped back. They knew what to expect. Obviously, given that this is a tried and tested composition brought out by Boom, and for the second round, they completely switched up their playstyle, right, going aggressive themselves, and it completely caught Boom off guard.
Yeah, absolutely.
I wonder how many signs we'll have shown by Benkai today.
Yeah.
How much variety? We got the wave,
how many
we got the
hand
W.
Ini dunia apa enggak? Ini turnamen biasa doang guys sebenarnya guys. Cuma hadiahnya lumayan gede.
Everything's okay sign.
Tapi dia lan gitu guys tuh. Boom aja masih terbang ke India bro.
Yeah.
Itu kursinya apa diplastikin gitu ya? Ditutup ya mereknya ya? Headsetnya kok dua bang? Satu buat mix, satu buat ini guys.
Cast their own game.
Absolutely. I want to see how Boom counteract this aggression off the back of the harbor. I think
Tijing baru 3. Waduh. Davai belum ngapa-ngapain coy Davai coy.
Very utility ranging setup, which isn't really Boom's playstyle.
They're here. Boom. Looking to enter.
Nice.
With his main side, but it's interrupted.
Nice!
Oh, blinded completely. They cannot win it
Itu rapi banget
straight.
mainnya,
They
anjir.
cannot use their eyes. And Severin is left alone. Able to find one. Double zap, actually. And if he finds the last 3 kills, this could be a potential ace clutch for the ages.
Very well could be. 2 so far, 3 more to find, and unfortunately Paperrex, they're stacked up. They don't want to give Severine an inch. They know
Nice.
they'll take a mile. And with that, he'll be fed to the Vultures. Paperrex 3-0 up. And what I really like there...
Let's go.
The second we see that door opens, try and push...
Lah sponsor kursinya bang, iya juga ya. Semangat Boom tuh. Boom tuh ke apa? Ini kayaknya sih masih belum biasa dengan squad terbarunya ya. Mungkin ini ya, menurut gua sih gitu guys.
It's a really strong setup, and it feels like they're treating Harbor like a very aggressive Viper.
Mereka mau main agresif juga sebenarnya guys. Dia pakai 2 inisiator loh Boom.
And you know, when you don't have
Gua tahu Paperrex lawan
playing
Big lagi bang.
against it,
Nanti mungkin di playoff playoff nggak ketemu sih. Mungkin di final bisa jadi.
And look,
Tapi kalau udah BO3 gue suka guys. Soalnya bisa baca permainan guys kalau BO3.
working out for them.
Orbital strike available for Severine. Pretty much the only thing Boom have got going for them this round. Very
Nice
aggressive.
fight.
Paperrex not letting their opponents breathe or set up any sort of aggressive play themselves. Jing realizes that the A site is slowly being infiltrated, but without spike control, Paperrex can be calm about holding this ground over the spawn of their attackers. So they can just gonna hold the line. Prowler thrown at him. Should be fairly clean, coming his way. Runs out of bullets, but it's got the assistance of his teammates. But actually, Blazer King is able to find a couple of kills here. And there's only a couple left.
Watson.
Forsaken deals with it kindly.
Let's go.
That's very clean.
Lu pemain cadangan emang bukan Seagate yang pemain cadangan. Aku mah content creator aja guys.
Recovers what was a pretty dire circumstance, but Paperrex, their ability to trade one another and just work off of each other is something you only see in teams that have been together for so long.
Swan yuk.
Familiarity is
Boom kayaknya lagi kurang bisa lagi nggak lagi ngamut main cow lagi nggak dapat aja tembakannya kayaknya deh.
really good mileage.
Di Blaze King biasanya PD banget nembak, ini kurang.
Management as well.
Jing using his ultimate to gain some early information, runs it back into safety.
Off stream nggak tuh bro?
And Boom actually takes a lot of early chip damage.
I love that counter Nightfall there. Absolutely perfect from Benkai. He knows that his teammate's going to be pushed, so in dropping the Nightfall, he's able to buy that space and time. Look, Boom have hardly left their spawn. that first kind of 20, 30 seconds of the round have completely just been burned off.
And already Paperrex have got the info they needed from that first initial push. They know where their opponents are.
Apa Boom Esport nggak ada Mobile Legends ya?
Cross to the other side of the map, but they are going to stick around. And it's a good idea to do so. 3 players stacked up. This could be deadly. Oh, this could be very deadly. Jing bringing out his curveball, but can't get it out on time, which means it's all traded out equally. Spike can be recollected by Boom, but Care, 40 seconds only remaining.
And look at the lurk device. Operator in hand. Right now, Boom, they're trapped in A main, and they're not going to be able to figure out that they're trapped until one of them dies to that operator. Empress deployed, smokes out, and a huge hit to this A side.
Really good smokes falling through, but Forsaken just doesn't care. Just walks in, uses Empress, and completely obliterates them.
Jason panas banget nih. Ini kayak Darion kemarin nih, Darion kemarin kayak gini guys mainnya guys.
Absolutely perfect from them, and Forsaken just...
Lu ada bang, tapi karena Empire franchise bubar.
With Divide holding that flank, his aggression, sure, we haven't seen much from Divide this game, but not because of lack of skill, it's lack of opportunity really. And the fact he's been able to just hold positions is what's been able.
Pakai Phoenix-nya ganti-gantian anjir. Kadang Reina-nya si Forsaken, kadang Reina-nya si Jing. Ini berdua di bocil Kumon GG juga ya, ganti-ganti ke role ya. Anjir, Jason belum mati guys.
I wish I was in TeamSpeak with it, just like it here what Coach Meow is sort of thinking in terms of counteracting this harbor.
So I'm sure Meow has definitely been looking at Paperrex so far and been saying, okay, this is what they like going for, but it's a lot to take in, right?
Taktikal apa timeout sih anjir Boom Esport? Taktikal sih.
And trying to figure out how you can best counter it with what you have in store.
Yeah.
This is a really tough task Boom have got ahead of them. And I think it may be underestimated by everyone because, yeah, already you're playing against a team that is well-rounded, can shoot very well, but when you've got no idea what they've got planned, that is scary.
You're absolutely right, and I think for Boom, I would like to see something a bit quicker. Either something much quicker or considerably slower, with no in between. This sort of
taktikal tuh timeout ya? Kok beda sih? Harusnya timeout deh.
So speed it up, try and isolate, potentially even isolate Divide, potentially even isolate.
Ya Berserk sama Zero belum nge-kill cok, 5 round cok. Berat nih. Kena mental sih guys, harusnya guys. Kalau gue biasa main game itu kalau nggak nge-kill sudah 5 round tuh gue kayak bawanya pengen marah anjing.
One round at least, given their economical situation. But later along the line, you can see Orbital Strike, Nightfall.
Jason di mana sih? Oh, dia di sebelah Davai.
As well as the rest of the ultimates of the Boom squad start to come online. So their job this one is to get kills, trying to refill those orbs. So next round they've got all the adequate utility they need. But Forsaken starts things strong with first blood. Boom starting to move in.
Esport rapi banget anjir mainnya, Cok. Wah, ini si Boom kena ini sih guys.
On their trays of those 3 kills.
The practice that must have been going into these setups is incredible.
Nah ini dia cowok, kena shutdown anjir Boom.
Very fast rotations. It will be a plant, which I guess is the silver lining for Boom here. Another silver lining actually is in the last buy round, yes they lost it, but they burned so many ults Paperrex. And going into the next round, they are going to have a bit of an ability advantage. That being said, all on the Berserk, Pavlos.
And sadly, nothing you can do, but it's kind of to be expected. I think this is where Boom have kind of got a chance to redeem themselves, right? I think.
Sekarang si Jing ada ulti, Cok. Ini kalau dia ulti pas momennya nge-push Boom mati nih.
Paperrex are up by 6 rounds to nothing.
These have been 6 quick rounds as well. The momentum is really showing for them here.
Not even close.
Absolutely, and so for Boom.
Tim Indo kenapa ya?
Timeout's been used. Let's see what this buy round.
Kasian juga sih guys kalau sampai 6-0 mah.
Fails, then they are in real trouble here.
Nice shot by Famous. It's good to know that he's still warm. And like I said, 5 ultimates for Boom available.
Nih ada ulti nih guys, lihat Manfreak nih ulti ya, gue nggak tahu nih. Setapan ulti Harbor kayak gimana gue nggak tahu nih, lihat nih.
Split around the map here. When you have so many ults to work with, it's just a matter of flanking the right position to deploy it. Looks like they are listing out to this A side. Sort of force instantly used, and Famous maybe a little bit aggressive off the back of it.
When Boom haven't been able to use a single ultimate, Jing has already used his twice. A lot of space scattered out of that. And Boom scared to move into that A main angle, opting to see if they can push towards B, but there's a dangerous Divide there and waiting. And the chance of Boom to get something out of this round may already be mitigated. No more Rolling Thunder available, and Boom needs to act quickly because look at the lurk happening from Paperrex over towards Dish.
Absolutely. Boom now. They need this first kill, they need it quickly. A minute on the clock looks like a lot, but Paperrex has so much counter utility.
Oh
man, they've got Divide.
use whatever you want in utility. If you can't find that entry kill, if you can't kill device straight away, you're in trouble.
Nice try.
Forsaken finally drops, which gives
Okay,
them
2
an
lawan 3 yuk.
opportunity. It's still a 2v3, but they need to get the next kill.
Oh, Blazer King goes aggressive mind freak. This will be the round that this kill that decides it.
That's the kill that they needed. Now they've got a chance. And they still have got Neon's overdrive to keep this going. But do you want to use it? Do you want to go over aggressive or just hold your ground, hold that cross line? Paperrex split. Berserks on the side. Benkai wondering, split between 2 positions, already touching the spike. Benkai with a first, he's buying so much time for his teammate. Joining the fray is Berserks. Tries to get it all by himself, but he runs out of bullets and Jinx side swings. Paperrex will not falter.
The BM hot hands as well being lobbed into the sky.
Ultinya nggak dipakai ya, 5 ulti ya.
Absolutely perfect from them. And a hell of a
Belum
way
matang
to
deh, Bung.
utilize
Ini
that
tim
Phoenix
squad
retake.
barunya belum panas-panas banget, guys. Belum matang. Kok ini kayak Dozel ya? Hero kayak Dozel ya dari atas ya?
Can be pretty damn difficult. What's a recovery?
Oh, aduh bang, gue dukung Boom juga tahu. Kan gue sama-sama dukung, guys.
Kind of 30 seconds of that round there. Boom looks like they were in position to get there first.
Kasihan Jok kalau 7-0 mah. Minimal tuh kalau kalah tuh kalah sengit gitu loh. Presnya kemarin gue pengen nangis, kalahnya lumayan jauh itu 13-7. 26.
Lost against Bleed Awakening Core. I think now there's a reason why they've been so calm, holding tactics back, but now they realize they're up against the wall if they want to get to group.
Overdrive doesn't get. Oh, I guess
banget,
one
Cok.
eventually, but it's labor. That's for sure, Pavlos.
Nggak dapet tembakannya, anjir. Nggak miss.
It's going to be difficult to win.
I'll tell you what, this is the first time Boom has had all their 5 players alive.
Slasher di mana bang? Masih di ini guys, masih apa? Masih. Oke, Dozel ya.
The numbers advantage on the first pick.
Absolutely. I wonder how long this overdrive has left on it, because once Berserks loses it, he's only got Shorty to work with.
2 players posted up in tower. Severine on the flank, already taken back. Mind Freak maybe in trouble, but Devi helps him out. Shiro having to use a Rolling Thunder, maybe to keep them back a little. Benkai shutting down Berserks. This is dangerous. 2v3, up close and personal. Benkai so good on that pressure position, and all down to Shiro. So far, Harbor Smoke concealing it. Diffuse halfway. The players are low, but he might get the chance off it. 30 HP remaining. Paperrex are able to get it done with Mind Freak's last kill.
Absolutely perfect. Pavlos, I'm going to...
Terbang Leonnya ini kena ulti.
Combinations of Harbor I've seen in a good while, and I think that was spontaneous, which was to use the shield from the Harbor, and once that cove goes up, they had the haunts behind it. So the second you shoot that cove to actually get to fight...
Itu kena ulti teman sendiri nggak sih?
Pinged by the haunts.
Kena ulti teman sendiri, Cok.
What I think Paperrex are doing beautifully here is they're not focusing, the Harbor isn't the strategy, Harbor's aiding the strategy, and that's a huge, huge bonus for them. And we're really actually seeing them get some serious mileage from an agent which a lot of teams have almost written off.
Oh man.
13-0 dapat back point nih bang. Iya sih, tapi kayak kalau gua rasa di grup ini nggak 21-21 sih guys. Mungkin ada yang 3-0, 2-1, ada yang 1-2, ada yang 0-3 kayaknya ya. Lengkap kayak di grup ini.
Absolutely. And well,
Bang Edozel ngapain Bang Edozel itu?
What are you thinking right now, right?
Here's the thing. When you're up against a strategy you don't recognize, you try and slow down to extrapolate how it's being played. The issue is, though, Paperrex being such an aggressive team, they don't give you that breathing room.
The thing is, it's Boom that is expected to have that very aggressive playstyle, but it seems that everything that Paperrex have is there to counter it.
Yeah.
Try to get your Neon in.
Bang, ya sama Boom menang mana kata lo bang? Menang Boom sih harusnya.
Taking it back by all the utility thrown at them, whether that's the Harbor, whether that's the
Zero ya bang, iya.
whether that is just someone playing very aggressive, you know. It's very
tisu semua tuh bang si Jing itu tisu basah semua guys, ada 2 tisu basah si Jing. IGL Blazking kan harusnya masih Blazking ya, atau nggak mungkin ganti ke Severin. Blazking jadi nggak IGL. Nggak tahu ya.
With the roster as well. Yeah. And it's not like we were playing badly.
Severin deh, kan kemarin IGL kan flip jeder kan.
Relatively sound. It's just Paperrex are on a whole other level. Where was this Paperrex yesterday?
No, this is the kind of match that you need to.
Kemarin Paperrex mainnya nggak serapi ini bro. Kemarin tuh kena mental Paperrex.
Very carefully because every single round Paperrex have had something different come out.
For sure. And I tell you what, it's not just going to be APAC teams who are looking at this. Because this is the first successful implementation of Harbor that I've seen.
Hello coaches, hello analysts, I know you're watching.
Hope you're all having a good day. I realise it's probably 3 o'clock in the morning for you. You've realised you want to do a new strat, and so you've decided, oh, Harbor, has anyone tried that? Oh, Paperrex have, of course they have. So you're going over and looking at it. Well,
Terus ngantuk bang, semalam bang, sejadi sih. Apa lo direkrut Paperrex bang? Udah, tapi bukan jadi playernya.
True H2 homies.
Dulu kan flip jeder kan tuh kayaknya ideal, sekarang ganti kayak Severin deh gua rasa.
Not the first time they paved the way in regards to the meta. The run in Masters Copenhagen, getting that second place, has been one of the reasons why APAC has been put on the map as well.
Jika
Looks like they're bringing out their creativity yet again, and it sort of follows also what we thought earlier on in this tournament, is that Paperrex coming here, and coming into the next season of 2023, they haven't made changes to their roster, which means they have confidence within their players to fix those mistakes that they made in Champions.
ini Jing nggak kurang tidur kan? Enggak sih, makanya bantai-bantai tuh.
I also want to mention as well is Harbor on Fracture has been, I think.
Tapi perasaan gua guys, sebenarnya tuh kalau playstyle ya, paling enak main aman sih daripada main apa. Udah paling enak tuh mainnya tuh main nge-hold. Kayak Eropa atau Amerika main rapi. Kalau main agresif sebenarnya lebih banyak blundernya guys. Gua ngeliat, kalian bisa ngeliat kan? Sekalinya blunder, sekalinya lu setupnya itu nggak kurang rapi sedikit aja, miss satu titik gitu. Orang bisa ngumpet. Lu berasa di situ harusnya udah nggak ada, tapi ternyata masih ada dan mati rata. Menurut gue sih lebih enak kalau misalnya lu bisa bisa main lebih ngehold, itu lebih bagus. Paperrex tuh belum bisa guys main ngehold banget. Agresifnya parah bet coy. Paperrex cuma main sekali, bahkan udah kemarin 2 kali.
How can you not know that when you've got so many cool stuff happening?
Absolutely.
So much to talk about.
Soalnya teh botol kenapa pindah RQ yuk? Kan masuk tim franchise lah cok. Apa nggak pindah? Gue sih kalau ditawarin ya kalau menang juga ini.
Having something you haven't dealt with before, and trying to find answers. They've already used their timeout. 4 rounds remaining in this round. No timeout.
Tapi sekalinya Wars nggak ketahan bang. Tapi mostly sekarang udah banyak counternya bro. Main agresif itu counternya banyak banget. Kali di hold 2-3 orang satu angle udah mati sih itu. Udah rata. Kemarin kelihatan tuh di counter banget sama si Bleed di bind. Menurut gua tuh sekarang banyak banget counter yang udah tahu game agresif itu counternya gimana. Nah, lebih serem lagi. Wah, nama matchnya nggak 2-0 lagi bang. Ini masih cari poin dulu guys di ini. Lama banget aja. Back postnya.
Something which Paperrex are dealing with absolutely beautifully.
Dekorat udah ada resmi di Paperrex. Kagak anjir, orang cuma datang doang kemarin. BO1 ini apa? BO1 doang iya.
I really like him. Same for Benkai. He's funny. Hopefully the Tech Force could.
Benkai is a living, breathing meme, and I love it.
It actually is.
He hasn't made a sandwich on a desk yet, like he did internationally.
Mas Perdana Boom diturunin bang. Iya, Mas Perdana Boom dengan roster barunya ya. Mas Perdana ini hitungannya.
I don't know if I'm allowed to say what the players were saying because they had some really funny answers. I think actually how scared the production look. No, actually pretty calm.
Yes, offense is defense. Menurut gue sih gitu guys. Tetap guys. Kalau misalnya agresifnya tuh kayak hitungannya kalian pokoknya hitungannya tuh menurut gue presentasinya kalau kalian punya playstyle yang agresif itu sekitar kayak misalnya kayak 50-50 guys. Kalian bisa main di satu hari bagus banget, bisa main di satu hari jelek banget. Contohnya kemarin mainnya agak jelek tuh kan, apa benar-benar nggak bisa nembak, benar-benar nggak bisa nyetak. Dibanding pemainan yang defensif, kalau misalnya kayak tim-tim Eropa atau tim-tim Amerika yang mainnya tuh mainnya lama ngehold. Kemungkinan emang permainan mereka mau nggak bisa nembak juga itu kurang lebih ya kayak 70-30 gitu. Gambling banget kalau main agresif tuh. Kalau main defensif ya kagak gambling. Lu punya skill segitu 70% lu bakal kemungkinan besar bakal berhasil gitu loh. Sama amat ya.
Yeah, but it has more impact when you say it like that.
That's true, yeah.
But I love it, man. I love it, man.
Absolutely.
And God Squad.
Momentum tuh lebih dapat guys kalau main sabar ya. Itu lebih kayak lebih.
They've already played against God Squad.
Kalau attacker main sabar, defensif main sabar juga. Kalau defensif sih gua nggak tahu ya. Kalau attacker main sabar itu kadang-kadang tuh lebih apa sih? Lebih susah kebaca gitu loh. Lu kan mainnya pelan-pelan, Musuh tuh bingung lu di mana. Gitu.
Then it's Bleed and God Squad, and the
Bleed
final
and God
match
Squad.
is Boom and Bleed.
Yeah, not Paperrex and God Squad. Why did I?
They played yesterday.
Yeah.
Boom 2 match habis ini guys. Habis ini Boom lawan
That's what I was saying.
Bleed kalau nggak salah.
Okay, so we're speaking the same language, but understanding the difference.
Dukung Riot bang turnamennya. Kayaknya sih turnamennya sih didukung doang guys, tapi nggak official banget itu loh. Bukan dari VCT-nya.
It seems that the tech pause has subsided. So let's get the show.
Gila 4 second 10-3 brother.
4 rounds left in the half, and Paperrex have got a demanding lead. Boom. I've got to bring something out very, very strong to try and catch up.
I want to mention Forsaken right now currently 10 kills in 8 rounds, really doing well on these entries. And actually he's going to attempt to do so again. This Harbor is gaining so much mileage.
Udah Vai dapat lagi tuh OP-nya.
Allowing Divide to craft these openings.
Famous was holding that angle. He should have been the one to get the kill.
Absolutely.
But Divide is so freaking quick.
I don't think it's just Divide who's quick. I think all of them right now are firing on all cylinders. Boom, Blinking, you miss it. Down to 3 players. Berserk's his location. Telegram to the rest of Paperrex. And they even commit the Nightfall to try and get him out of position.
Shiro walking forwards, sort of being the last hope for the team. But again, Boom fairly split. You know, Blaze King for the back. Oh, Berserk didn't even see Benkai. Shiro, only for a split second. As clean as it could be. 9-0 for Paperrex.
My Paperrex. What? Can we have the same breakfast they did next time?
Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty sure we're at the same hotel, but they're probably eating something different.
Yeah, we need to copy what they eat because,
Yeah.
oh my God, are they playing well. I want to mention is, I was going to say that Forsaken has done very well thus far in sort of game.
Vai lagi kena OP-nya. Benkai lagi nembak.
No one's
Jason lagi nembak. Lihat tuh.
This heavy punch that
Kaos lagi kenapa dah?
Forsaken is 10-3. 3 deaths. So,
Nah ini Boom minimal banget Boom harus menang lawan GE guys. Lawan Bleed sih kayak susah deh. Anjir Bleed kenceng banget cok. Lagi kenceng banget Bleed guys. Serem sih lawan Bleed sih. Bisa menang hebat banget sih Boom anjing. Sumpah nggak bohong.
Coming from Paperrex. Another tech pause.
Yeah, maybe it's the same issue. Not quite sure. Maybe production can let us know so we can let the audience as well.
I think
know.
I'm gonna
Something on the Paperrex side, apparently.
I'm going to do a player. In fact, we won't name him. I'm going to let the audience guess who it was.
Okay.
But yesterday there was a tech pause at some point in the day.
Yeah.
And that'll be because a player.
Kalau satu game lagi kali ya. Gua keburu nggak ya jam 2 jam 3. Oh jam 5 harus jalan. Jam 4 masih keburu lah guys ya. Masih 2 jam lagi guys.
His headphones just weren't plugged in.
How are we going to guess? That could have been anyone.
That could have been anyone.
It could have been anyone.
That's up for speculation.
Oh jam 5 harus jalan guys. Gue mandi mungkin jam 4-an lah.
Maybe a God Squad player.
Jam 4 gue udah harus off stream. Berarti keburu kali guys ya.
No.
Jalan mulu. Kondangan anjing ya kondangan. Mau kondangan.
Can you give me any more hints, or is that it?
No, that's it.
I'm
I
never gonna get
can't name them, Pavlos. So
Eight teams,
We want
5 per team, maybe 6.
we want them to like
You
us.
know, it's 40+ players. How on earth will I guess? You know?
Do you think we're going to be seeing more Harbor now that Paperrex will be able to use it?
Kondangannya jalan jam 5 jauh guys. Jam 6-an gue harus udah nyampe sana. Ini.
I mean, Paperrex have done an excellent job of using Harbor well so far. So what would stop them doing that? It's
Ini rendang bang. Aku mau pakai baju
trying to figure out how to stop it. Do you try and counter it? Do you try and avoid it?
I wonder how many copycat straps as well, because sort of think off the top of my head, you could probably, I think, for Harbor, there's pushes him sort of.
Siapa yang kawin bang? Ada teman.
With him.
Yeah.
Even the sort of aggressive setups we see from Vipers on Ascent. Yeah, Viper on Ascent already is pretty unorthodox. Harbor on Ascent.
Titip amplop aja udah. Nggak bisa guys. Gue mau kondangan. Nggak. Besok ada acara Saweri ya. Besok pergi lagi sore.
Obviously, it's a technical pause. Boom can't really speak with their coach. It's not as if they can have an extra perspective into the match to bring it back. But granted, there are only 3 rounds left in this half. Even if Boom get all 3.
Ayolah, bisa lah Boom. Udah Om Red di acara Saweri bang, betul. Paginya masak ayam penyet habis sih yo. Iya sih kayaknya gue masak ayam kayak ayam digoreng. Pakai tepung crispy. Terus masak pakai sambal gitu guys. Kita ulek sambalnya enak kali ya. Enak banget kali ya. Kayak sambal rawit. Rawitnya dikit aja. Kayak sambal kalau kamu pedes pakai cabai apa guys? Cabai merah. Cabai merah bukan cabai rawit. Biar nggak pedes cok anjing. Kalau pakai cabai rawit pedes banget pasti anjing. Gak kuat gua.
I know what the problem is. I figured it out. Seems like someone's chair
Someone
isn't
broke their
Cabe-cabean anjing.
and they're looking to change it.
Cabe
I
keriting.
think that's what's going on, from what I can observe myself.
Is that a broken chair?
Is it a broken chair?
Is that a broken chair?
Has someone celebrated too hard?
Could be. Yeah, that's celebrating too hard.
Cabe hijau bukannya malah pedes ya?
Thing for esports players, especially when around so much valuable.
Bukannya cabe hijau malah pedes guys
Well,
ya?
looks like we're gonna start either way.
Bukannya cabe hijau gorengan tuh pedes ya?
Paperrex.
Oh, we're back. Wonderful.
Yeah.
Absolutely. For Boom, thus far, it looks like once again a bid for this A main presence. However, Paperrex this time won't fight them for it. Instead, because they've already gained that control on Dish. It's a faster hit, the speed is there, but look at this harbor utility. It just burns so much time. And now for Boom, the rotation's already there, and Jing's hot and ready.
He is very hot, quite literally as well. Jing moving forward, going in for another, but obviously has to fall it back, and Mindfreak ends up falling. So Boom actually have got an advantage here, but as soon as I say that, Benkai enters the fight. Blaze King ever so low. His next kill needs to be as crispy as ever.
Famous nih, bakal nge-flank dia kayaknya.
But let's see if we hear a crunch. Famous also chiming in. Davai will re-peek it, but he's got a longer distance weapon and is definitely going to shoot Famous in the heart. Oh, and they know exactly where Blaze King is going to enter from. It's going to give away the audio cue as well. Use what you want, use what you must, but Paperrex
Davai serem banget, Davai.
We also don't see the APAC curse. It's no longer going to be the potential of a 9-3. 10-0.
Oh, cabe hijau yang gede-gede.
Paperrex now lead.
Berarti gue harus belanja dong, anjing. Belanja di mana ya? Di pasar dong. Kalau cabe hijau mana ada di supermarket anjing.
Once he was able to get that, once he was able to get that cove as well as
Kosong lagi
that
anjing.
high tide down.
Gimana kasih mat belum, Cok?
When the hot hands went down behind it, you're going to be slowed when you push through. You're probably going to be flashed because you don't know what's on the other side in terms of.
Panfurik doang guys yang nggak kira baru 6 anjir.
In the past, and then even if you get through all of that, you're running through hot hands, which is, I believe, the highest damaging sort of incendiary device in the game. It's either that or Brim's Molly.
Forsaken, maybe in trouble, but Davai is there to help out. Davai concussed, unable to shoot back. But Jing,
anjing Jing dari mana, Cok?
They're all coming in from behind. Boom. Don't only need to focus on the players they're approaching from the front, they also need to be careful of their backs.
When you try and go through that underground part to get back through to arcade, I love how we see that cascade slowly pushes forward to allow the duelists to just clear each angle of it one at a time. So damn good from Mindfreak right now.
There is a winning condition for Boom this round. Blaze King needs a multi-kill on the Paperrex rotations.
Yep.
But they're not coming his way. They're not even crossing spawn.
Just soul crushing. And there's already a player in Dish as well.
Oh,
so
no.
any attempt from Shiro to get off this site. Bear in mind, both Blaze King and Shiro, one away from their ultimates. They are just so close to having the tools needed to win this round.
And Shiro's alone. Blaze King has gone, spent a lot of time until he rotates over. All right, Shiro, can you hold the fort with just the Sheriff? Knows where his teammate is. Let's see if he can figure out the opposition. 3 in main. One coming in from drop. Oh, that's the first, but it's a trade, and Blaze King falls like a fly from the sky. Slop down onto the wall, and there you have it. Paperrex just don't want to stop this momentum.
Absolutely. They sort of leave this... they leave
Oh, cabe hijau gede mahal bang, dapatnya dikit, mending cabe keriting. Iya.
What is so far a flawless first half. Now, I don't want to say it, just in case it potentially jinxes it, but...
Jason dari kamera itu kayak killjoy emang ya?
Are we going to see the first one?
Did you really just say that, Kremer?
Masa telur sih guys? Masa telur bro? Dapat telur langka loh.
Boom is a good team. It's just Paperrex is even better right now.
Kremer.
Gila, top frag-nya Boom aja di banyakan main free kill-nya. Sama.
Like 13-0. You're not allowed.
Ini harusnya menang sih, nggak mungkin sih. Masa kalah lagi, Jo?
Second on the close angle.
Ini menang sih bro, 3-4 masuk kalah.
Right, well, let's have a look. Boom might actually have a chance here to at least gather around, and Famous has just been enabled.
Goes on a rampage.
Go figure. Why?
Just goes on a rampage. It's all a Davai 1v4. It's still possible.
It's still very possible, especially for a man like Davai. Running out of bullets on that chamber of the operator. Orbital strike and Incendiary delaying it. Yeah, he doesn't really have a chance here. The crossfire's too big. Jumps through the flames. Down to half. That's one pick. Ooh. Time is running low though. They need to line up. The stars need to line up.
Nice banget. Oh, kalau kena dapat 2 giga sih.
but it
For a
just couldn't.
moment, that looked like it was possible.
Nah, kalau lewat kena 2 sih GG sih, Cok, sumpah, Cok.
Themselves on the board, a hell of a round from them there, and a hell of a round from Famous, who steps up on that chamber.
telur, guys,
He's had a
anjing.
relatively quiet match. However, now he's finally able to enter the maelstrom of madness, rejoin the fray, and, well, for Paperrex, let's be honest, 11 rounds will be happy for anyone.
You know, out of that round, I think the biggest highlight was Famous pushing towards Sport and getting a double.
Yeah,
I think that is the biggest highlight, and it wasn't shown in the replay, but that was the reason why Boom had quite a big numbers advantage in the post-plant.
Ribet banget headset di leher. Iya, kayaknya itu ribet banget, Cok. Nggak bisa napas itu. Kecekek mereka.
This Harbor playstyle. Now, I want to see how effective Harbor's going to be on this attack. Now, we've seen a lot of utilization of this high tide. We've not really seen this Cove get used too much. The Cascade, again, very limited. I think we're probably going to see a lot more use of the Cascade.
BNK CZ 312 anjir.
For now, it's like a second half. Let's see if Benkai can keep up what has been a great match so far.
I think what has been
Katanya
the
bagus
case
ya.
for Benkai throughout this tournament as well is that he's had very solid performances all across the board. And it never feels like he's, you know...
Ayamnya rebus dulu Pak pakai bumbu instan, habis itu goreng tinggal jok sama sambal, bro. Iya.
That's so super important.
Paman Coki, Paman Coki.
Absolutely.
Paman Coki, Paman Coki.
So well. Like,
Hello?
they're not sort of overextensions where he's just won the aim duel. They're not sort of baiting at all. It's just been supporting his teammates.
It's usually mid-side fights. He's not the first to engage.
Yeah, exactly. Or it's been the sort of second man into the retakes. And it's just been working beautifully for him. Really, really strong stuff from both Benkai and Paperrex. Going into the second half, do you see the consistency staying with them?
After you curse them, I don't know.
That's true. I didn't mean to. I didn't.
Apakah?
Yeah, no, I think they will. I think they will because obviously, as much as you show on the defense, you've got just as much to show on the attack.
Yeah, absolutely.
Ini harus dapat pistol kalau Boom mau ngejar.
In terms of sort of going to the attack here, I think that there's going to be a little bit more pressure on Jing and Forsaken to get these entries. That being said, they've already done so damn well, sort of treating their defense so aggressively, it almost is their attack. I'm really looking forward to seeing what they can bring here.
And you know what? Fracture isn't that defense heavy anymore due to the changes that it's had.
Relatively even.
11-1
I
loh.
would say it's still even.
Kalau dapat pistol Paperrex sih udah berat sih.
As much as you could say that you could easily convert a 9-3 like you used to.
Hampir
like
telur guys ya.
When you used to see a 9-3 score on Fracture, you'd be like, this is doable.
Manageable.
It's doable. Get some momentum. You can do it. But not to a level where you can bring back an 11-1.
Absolutely. For Boom, it's certainly a mountain.
Let's go.
In the realms of possibility, but they definitely need a lot of faith right now. Paperrex on the flip side, 11-1, looking absolutely immortal.
Basically a pistol round away from
Nyari
victory.
poin doang, nggak nyari poin sih sebenarnya.
You know,
Tahan, Cok.
I quite like the risk here. The 4-man stack and dish. I love it. It's risky, but it seems to have at least worked for map control. Paperrex
Dari mana masuk
being a
anjing?
little bit slower here.
Bolong atasnya ya?
Time to turn back around to the safe side.
It might be a 4-man play towards Dish, but Divide deals with 2. That is not allowed.
And he gets away. That is really worrying. And now Plant goes down. 3 versus 5 retake for Boom. Pavlos, this is
Scary.
This is getting worse and worse for them.
This really is. Could be the most one-sided result we've seen so far. The Valorant Indian Invitational here in the off-season. 3 players left for Boom. Let's see what they can do. It seems like nothing. Severine and Famous just get slapped silly. Jing also just pushing them up against the wall, and that is bullying.
Absolutely, without a single casualty. It's something a fear.
Berat bro.
For Paperrex. Boom, what do you do? What do you change, Pavlos? You've seen nothing from Paperrex's attack.
Back to the drawing board, man.
Defense adaptations weren't able to work. Now you're in a force fight against Paperrex, who are just a hop away.
2 Vandal lagi, Jing Forsaken Vandal sih, udah kelar sih.
Game.
Oh boy. Obviously Boom forced to put all of their economy into this, empty their pockets, and get as much weaponry out of their arsenal as possible. Is it going to be enough to stay alive? Obviously, they cannot make a mistake for 11.
Reload!
Gets caught napping, and Severine, what can he do here? Curveball, blinding both himself and his opponent, which means Severine had a chance, but not quite. Forsaken has just been enabled.
Dia-
Maybe a Sheriff kill
Jason
from
juga
Shiro
reload juga itu.
will soften the blow. But Shiro, as soon as he crosses that tidal wave, he is a dead man. Or is he? Famous has actually got a chance. He's in a 1-on-2.
Limited HP as well. They're at least limited armor, limited utility. The Spectre as well. What can he do?
There's no way.
It's the make or break.
There's no way he checks the buy here. Toyed with like a teddy bear. Paperrex with a 13-1 victory.
Wow. Wow, Pavlos. That was a hell of a match.
My God, 13-1, Cok.
Absolutely dominant.
Nice try, Boom, GG Boom ya.
Utilized to such an effective degree. I'm so impressed with Mind Freak. So impressed with Mind Freak. Even though he didn't top frag, even though he didn't have these sort of flashy, 1vx's, the fact he was able to utilize Harbor that well makes him MVP.
Harusnya Paperrex masuk playoff sih.
Big time.
That'll maybe Alex becomes MVP of Myers because I think he could have come up with the strat there.
True.
That's true. That's true.
Wow, Mind Freak, what a performance on that harbor, and I think the rest of them have followed through. You can tell that, as you said, Alex has put in the work with the boys, and it's definitely showed off. Respect shown by the players. I mean, Boom Esports, this was their debut in this newly aligned roster that they have. Not the result they would have liked, but
It's okay lah, it's okay guys. Paperrex plus 12 sih ya. Kemungkinan besar Paperrex sudah masuk sih harusnya. Kalau tim 21. Ya udah masuk sih guys. Harusnya udah masuk guys. Soalnya ini guys, kita lihat statistik ya. Harusnya udah masuk bro. Susah guys.
Sort of way of playing Fracture, and it's perfect to counter
Paperrex
what was previously
plus
meta, right? The breach
12.
fast play with the fade.
Ini pun di atas Bleed yang udah plus 1.
It's completely gonna switch the way.
Kalau Boom kalah. Kalau Boom menang 1 aja, ini kalah. Lo mau plus 12 susah sih guys, menang 2.
No, not even close, because this was Boom's first match. They need to play a couple more. They need to play against Esport. They need to play against Bleed. And those matches will be coming right up. But let's talk a little bit about this game. Let's talk about who performed well. If we can bring up the graphic as well of the performance of these players as soon as it's ready.
Sambil nunggu Boom 1 game lagi, kita
overall,
grinding grounded sebentar nggak sih guys? Gue pindahin dulu guys ke kanan guys. Kan kita nunggu ini guys, Boom nih. Caranya grounded bro, sambil nunggu kan. Bentar doang, kan nunggu break. Paperrex sudah kelar guys, ntar tunggu playoff main lagi besok. Diambil top 2 tiap grup, betul. Berapa lama bang? Mungkin setengah jam sih dia. Setengah jam 1 game lagi. Parah, bukannya mabar malah main grounded. Mabar apa sih ngak? Jangan main Valorant. Ntar nggak bisa diberhentiin. Gue takut coba tiba-tiba mulai cepat kan nggak tahu. That's was small. Pem. Imam dulu. Yeah.
Someone get that poor dude a tissue.
Kalau di hold gitu sakit ya? Udah hancur 2 guys. Gue buat terapian dikit deh. Asing teman last night. Udah di atas ya rumahnya ya, lupa guys. Lapar ya? Iya lapar, sabar. Lagi menggoreng. Ya, rumah baru kan kita. Aku burgernya hilang, gimana lanjutin story-nya? Lah, kok bisa hilang anjing? Kaki tuh kayak ditekan, Cok.
Gonna have a look around.
We're gonna banang look around.
Rub time.
Kita grinding apa ya? Berarti grinding, gue mau grinding atap nih. Atap masih banyak yang kurang. Sama clay. Atap sama clay. Gue butuh di sini. Ya, atap sama clay. Atap sama clay. Atap. Terus scan. Kurang cepet, bro. Follow aja, bang. Follow lama, guys. Takutnya cepet. Kalau cepet ininya ntar nggak keburu. Lesna. Gua sana. Oke. Dekat dulu guys. Pro-nya selalu lewat situ dia ya. Main game apa, bang? Main game apa ya? Emang robotnya bisa hilang, Cok? Gimana cara hilangnya, anjing?
I believe.
Bisa robot burger hilang. Ini game apa, bang? Grounded dulu, guys. Sebentar ya. Nunggu boom. Kenapa dia selalu di sini, guys? Jatuh bulunya. Oh, cuma satu anjing selalu, Cok. Cuma satu situ, guys, selalu, guys, cuma satu loh. Oh, ada bulu. Nah, ini kelihatan, Cok. Oh, kelihatan tuh, guys, di map. Oke, atap memang iya mau kelarin atap. Terus paling ngerapi-rapi lagi, guys. Nyari clay dulu, guys. Nyari clay ya. Nyari post clay dulu, guys. Post clay. Post clay. Clay mana? Clay banyak. Gampang nyari. Tuh. Clay. Di laut mah gini banyak, guys. Tadi aku terlambat nggak, Bang Rio? Enggak, lagi nobar. Paperrex udah kelar main tapi, guys. Pagi tak geram. Pagi-pagi kita grounded. Dan bang, boom bang. Iya sih, kasihan sih, guys. Baru-baru main ketemu Paperrex langsung dibantai lagi. Tuh, ownernya pasti kayak pusing tuh, guys.
Shoot,
perlu
fly.
nih. Buat bikin apa? Ini gigit gue guys ya. Nanti bisa gigit ya. Oke, nice. Cara naruh waypoint biar kelihatan rumah gimana sih guys? Ulah. Go home. Let's go home. Jadi pohon cakra apa tuh? Tereren ten. Berlari seperti brokoli. Di sini ya, lupa. Lali. Kita ke tempat bulu satu lagi guys. Nyangkut nih, malah seperti nyangkut. Yang Bang Rio, iya sambil nunggu boom kita bentar guys ya. Mabar bentar, mabar lagi. Nobar lagi. Apalagi harus lewat sini sekarang. Anjing jatuh bangsat. Oh berarti sini. Ya, buat dulu kali ya. Ada kita buat dulu guys. Jadi bro, dikit guys anjing, lama banget ya. Ini kita butuh berapa anjir? Butuh berapa crow feather anjir ini? Udah biar enak bro, bukan begitu. Bang Rio, halo Pri. Crow feather situ, berarti kita lewat sini. Oke. Kayaknya lupa ditaruh bro Clay. Udah makan belum? Belum. Wah. Halo. Halo bro. Gue belum grinding bom juga belum ada guys bom. Gue pengen banyakin bom. Biar bisa nggak buka jalan yang gede-gede. Nomor udah kelar bang? Belum guys, masih nunggu. Udah banget cok. Banyak banget cok larvanya babi. Banget guys anjing. Gigi sih ini. Gigi nih. Mana gigi cok? What the fuck? Nggak tahu deh gigi sih cok. Gigi loh cok. Belum aja dulu guys. Pro-nya lama nih kerjanya kalau-nya. Bombardier. Yang dapat. Udah kelar bang? Belum. Bukannya udah kelar, tapi emang jatuh lagi babi. Gue mau lompat. Kabur. Go back.
Tastes good.
Terus sini tuh ada sarang semut, bisa kali ya guys. Teori barbar ke sarang semut lari guys. Masih lari ke sarang semut. Ambil clay dulu, ambil clay, force clay kan. Aduh nyamuk lagi anjing. Kayaknya. Play. Aduh. Easy boy. Pos clay. Nomor udah kelar bang? Belum guys. Nunggu boom esport dulu lama. Masih setengah jam biasanya guys nyetapnya. Tong teng tong. Gigi anjing sini. Gigi cok, gua nggak sadar cok. Itu respon ya anjing. Dapat 2 gigi loh gue di jalan anjing. Oh. Empat gigi kita guys, lumayan bisa upgrade stamina nih, stamina. Ini butuh 4 kan, pas. Oh, praksi nih gue ya. Frankenline. Nobar lanjut grounded bang, gue pengen kill ini guys, pengen kondangan nanti, kondangan dulu. Berantem cok. Golon 1 kita lihat. Pusing dia, pusing. Golon 1 kita lihat bro. Untuk lagi. Di golon 1 anjing mati satu cok. Wow, nice banget. Juga dapat ya, lumayan guys. Gua nggak tahu guys di sini ada gigi, ternyata di list gigi gue tuh nggak ada sih tuh. Tiba-tiba ada. Sorry udah penuh nih bro. Balik. Lambat ku sadari. Yang bang, kita ganti judul dulu guys. Gue lupa ganti judul. Boom lawan siapa guys? Lawan Blitz kan hari ini? Blitz. Udah. Guys, udah aku ganti guys judulnya guys ya. Blitz versus Boom. Nobar nih bang, satu game lagi boleh lah nobar lah guys, nobar boom. Cepet banget sorry, BO1 cowok, nggak seru. Cepet banget kelar ya. Baru bentar udah kelar. Lupa. Jatuh aja. Pengen buat ini sih guys, buat gantungan lagi juga sama air. Botnya di mana ya, air ya? Di mana guys botnya guys? Di luar kali ya. Black air. Halang sih guys. Kita buat air sama tuh lagi buat gantungan. Oh masih gantungan. Jerky rack guys. Di mana jerky rack? Jelek subscribe. Bagus nih. Ini. Halang lagi anjing. Anjing. Jadi lah bodo amat lah. Agak keluar dikit guys. Agak usah dikit tapi yang penting dapat 4 ya. Baru sini terbagus. Kan gantungan. Itu Bang Rio, udah apa tuh belum? Emang udah mulai? Kan begitu bro. Nice. Kita buat 4 begini gantungannya. Bukan jadiin dulu kali ya. Ini kelihatan banyak nih. Digantung guys. Nice bombardier part. Tali, kita harus buat tali yang banyak guys. Tali. Oke, nice. Buat apa lagi sih? Kita mau buat apa lagi, bro? Hot grove, spicy grove. Barang dulu. Clay itu di atas nih, clay. Deal, kita butuh tali, guys ya. Tali feather baru 2, guys. 4 cok, nggak cukup. Tali apalagi guys, lindropnya udah banyak sekarang bro. Tali ini apa sih with steam, peblet, stick rope. Peblet kurang lagi. Silk rope. Bombardier part juga kurang bro. Bombardier part. Mau tali jadi deh berarti. Oke, let's go. Kita perlu bawa udah. Kan dulu satu.
Chow down.
Ini DM udah nggak ada bro. Bulu-bulu udah habis guys, bulu-bulu guys. 1, 2, 3. Ini nih. Tapi itu pun dikubur guys. Kubur dalam gua. Ada lagi bulu guys. Paling grinding apa ya? Ini paling sih speed steam sama ini bro. Ini batu mau steam dulu dah. Ini taruh. Tangga bisa buat dari mushroom bang, dikombinasikan sama grass tool buat manual atau bang. Hah? Manual satu-satu bang. Itu gimana tuh? Manual satu guys, gua nggak tahu tuh guys. Maksudnya gimana guys? Manual satu guys. Manual satu, maksudnya gimana tuh bro? Terlambat. Tapi jelek sih kalau misalnya setengah-setengahnya, tapi nggak rata guys. Semuanya rata. Ntar ada kok, ntar next update katanya ada mushroom, tangga mushroom. Ntar gue bisa upload ke situ guys. Next update nanti tapi. Batu guys, batu. Nyari batu dulu, nyari batu dulu. Darian bakal serem nggak ya? Gue penasaran cok. Kalau Darian nggak seserem itu ya, nggak seserem kemarin Dariannya guys. Ngeri kalau Darian serem tuh ngeri guys, ngeri. Batu kamu ada di mana? Batu. Batu kamu ada di mana? Aku butuh kamu. Batu guys, batu. Batu. Biji lagi.
Someone get that poor dude a tissue.
Berapa tuh guys? Baru berapa tuh bang? Udah 5 batu gua. Mana batu lagi ya? Apa nyari batu bro? Streamer yang buat udah begitu bang, keren juga. Nanti kan bentar lagi terupdate guys. Tau gua update terbaru itu ada ini. Nah guys, ada ini kok. Ada apa? Ada ini. Ada mushroom stair. Tuh kamu ada di mana? Kok langka?
Weevil snuffling along here.
Batu.
Weevil snuffling along here.
Lama-lama yang lagi nggak bang? Iya, moga-moga ya. Lo enak kalau lompat-lompat bang, yang gak enak lah kalau naik langsung lompat-lompat guys. Keren. Tapi kalau nggak efisien sama aja bohong. Batu kamu ada di mana? Aku mau cari batu. Bacot guys ya. Kan dong, ini lama banget dah. Bleed sama boom, ayo dong. Jangan diundur lagi ya brother. Tolong lagi ya. Tetet. Gue perlu tuh guys, firefly. Kita belum grinding firefly guys buat lampu guys, masih gelap rumah kita ya. Jadi pengen main Valorant bang, iyalah. Pasti kalau habis nonton orang jago pengen main Valorant, Cok. Crew drop jadi belum? Crew drop ada di mana? Top 12 lumayan, bro. Kunjung baru Bang. Halo Furi Setiaji. Begini, bro. Rapi kan, rapi, tersusun rapi dan baik dan benar ya. Tidur sekarang. Kok 480 masih burik yang benar. Masih pagi lagi anjing. Harus cepet tidur. Wait steamnya dulu sih kita banyakin wait steamnya dulu berarti. Di lampu Bang, next live ya, next live mungkin termalam sih kemungkinan besar. Keluarnya mana Bang? Ini habis nih, sabar. Lagi nih, lagi nih guys. Lagi ini. Bro, ntar hilang bro. Apa terus ini guys, ntar hilang. Nobar malah grounded kan belum mulai, sabar lah. Harus efisien gitu loh, ngak. Lagi belum mulai kita main yang lain gitu. Masih. Cara kasih nama gak sih? Cara ganti nama ya, cara ganti nama guys. Oh ini bisa ganti nama. Oh left. Monster apa monster? Ini apa guys? Suaranya karena dia ini kita di sini. Level 1. Level 2. Level 3. Icebox. Mapnya icebox guys. Level 3. Nah, cakep kan gini. Equipment. Api bro, tingkat, pakai apa guys? Trinket tuh kayak ini kali ya, ini kali. Ah spicy ya. Trinket ini aja kali ya. Ini trinket nih. Trinket ini apa kok? Ini equipment bagus. Equipment bagus. Yang upgrade. Bahan-bahan apa sih guys? Bahan-bahan guys, bahasa Inggrisnya bahan-bahan apa sih? Bahan-bahan upgrade apa sih? Upgrade globe. kosong. Bangunan. Apa sih? Building. Discuss. Kapak-kapak. Api bro. Food. Food easy. Dok. Panas. Yai. Ini linen. Zipline. Enggak. Apa sih namanya? Rope ya guys. Rope terusin. Pakai apa ya, tali? Ini level 3. Belum mulai juga anjir. Belum mulai juga bro. Oh my god. Level 2 dan 3. Pulang anjir. Pulang warna. Level 1. Kalau ini kosong jadi item level 1 tambahan nih. Jadi item level 1 tambahan nih. Tadi 2-3 pindah sini. Rob pindah ke bawah. Aku mau. Rapi kan tuh. Rapi kan? Kita taruh armor bagus guys. Ini. Pasang sini. Roly-poly anjing. Kocak. Roly-poly, loly-poly. Black Ox. Bisa langsung ganti, cepet banget, Cok. Anjay. Antilon. Anjay. Udah mau mulai, Bang. Oh, udah mau mulai. Udah izin pick ya. Sabar. Nanggung, guys. Nanggung. Taro. Bagus, taro. Oke, bisa ini. Anjay. Oke, save. Sabar, save. Kan gini kita kan lumayan jadi, guys. Lumayan berguna kan kita kan hari ini grinding. Berquit. Ada. Pas banget guys, emang pas gua kan tuh. Tuh kan. Pas kan round 1. Oke, boom lawan. Blit dia dapat 1 aja, bro.
That still is going to be the 4 versus 5. The setup, the intercept. Dorian tries to be a little bit, cheeky with the push. Not going to work. Shockstar's not even connecting onto Shiro. And this is going to be a full-blown retake for Bleed. 4 versus 4. Big flanks coming in from Bleed, though.
They're getting closer. Severine is ready for this, but is he going to get the kill is the question. He does give a dink down, but he's not going to find the kill just yet. He knows there are 2 players around him. He finds the kill out of Juice. He isolates him. And now it's 1 player on site and 1 player on the flank that are going to be absolutely taken care of. Shiro finds 1. There comes another by every single player holding off their angles. Boom. Start off with a pistol.
Yeah, they come out
kan katanya bisa aja boom menang, Cok.
willing to take every
Boom
single fight that
Esport.
they could take.
Boom Esport.
Unfortunately
Boom
for Durian,
boom Esport.
there, it was basically denied, as you saw here. Just a cleanup on these replays for Boom altogether. And a good step in the right direction. Of course, they still have to keep the ball rolling. Berserks, interestingly enough, has actually picked up a Marshall.
Yeah, that's okay. That's all right.
Okay, that's the
Take your time.
That's the right.
That's the right
name
weapon
for the weapon
the right
of this thing. Yes, it's not the other one. It's not the. Yes. Anyways, it is the Marshall on attack, but he has given Famous the hand on this Bulldog. Retla is alone. He has been spotted out, but somehow still is able to survive. He is getting closer, so he could get some damage in, along with his teammates helping him out. This is a little bit of a mistake here from Boom.
Nice.
They do at least somehow recuperate, as Cheryl does pick up one. Famous now knows, also waits down a little bit, doesn't want to lose the Bulldog because he's the one with the big honcho weapons, as Boom take a slower bit of pace here, looking for somebody a little bit overextended, and that could be Durian.
Ooh, he's getting close and he finds one. Durian, great shot onto
Nice,
Severin,
Shiro.
but he's not going to find Shiro. Who's ready for him.
Tiga lawan tiga, bro.
He's a 3 versus 3 and makes it a little bit easier.
Nice.
Famous does get a kill, but weapons are being retrieved.
Sesekeri.
Here's the sheriff, but
Nice,
and
Boom.
Scary will go down. Unfortunately, not going to be able to connect his shots. Scary guy. Sorry, forgive me. Crazy guy. I made the same mistake as
I did yesterday.
of
Yep,
course.
yep.
Yeah, we're cut from the same piece of cloth.
Yeah, I mean, if they did fusion, right? With Scary and Crazy Guy, it would be Scary Guy.
Scary guy. Fair enough. I mean, he is a scary guy at times, right?
Yeah.
You know, he might seem a little quiet, but this guy, you know, I've spoken to him in interviews,
Yeah.
you know, just off.
Let's go.
As well.
Sesekeri bleed. Emang Sesekeri pindah bleed, guys.
Actually crazy even in person, you know. He's got some crazy things to say
Ayo,
about
Boom Esport.
different things.
Boom, boom,
about the
boom,
game,
boom
about himself,
Esport.
You know, his story is really great. He's played multiple times with the, you know, the Indian players here as well. He's played in multiple FPS games before, which he has had contact in playing with and against the South Asian region. So he's got experience of, you know, being in an environment like this.
That's true. I mean, we could turn that into like a Netflix series or something. Right?
I mean, maybe.
Maybe. Anyways, ooh, it's a quick pull and trigger here for Boom. They want to use this bonus round to just get up close and personal.
Okay,
I love the
I like
setup.
this.
The wall banks or smoke banks not going to actually connect from bleed here, and immediately in less than 30 seconds, Boom have already forced the post plant.
That's a great situation to be in because it is a bonus. So all they need is the post plant and sit in corners where they're gonna have a little bit of small range angle fights. But Crazy Guy just spams straight down. There's no way he's gonna be surviving that.
Berserk mati ya.
And now Bleed slowly closing in up positions. Kitchen being taken control of, but there is resistance coming.
Juicy.
And Juicy swings out wide to find one. It is Shiro to try his best, but that's Marshall, forgive me, is going to be left alone. It does get one. Is he going to get more? Is the question. One more. But that's about it. Severin does do a bit of damage. Drops 2 weapons, but, well, Bleed do take the round.
Severin was hovering on mid. I think he had like a snake bite lineup, but because his teammates were falling so quickly around him, he really needed to just help them out. I think he also...
Let's go. Nice. Ini Boom bisa bacok. Bisa bacok Boom, cok.
Not in the favor of Boom. As you can see here, he was forced to just try to challenge this, but boy oh boy, as you mentioned, Severin was hitting some of these shots very consistently. Unfortunately, it wasn't enough to really delay that defuse on the spike. In any case, Boom still have a very credible threat here on the purchase. One is right underneath, and Durian almost got a crew cut on his brain as the shots almost connected. He's gonna have to wait for Retla to heal him back up, but at least he does survive with his life.
3 orang, cok, anjing. Sesekeri.
He does have contact, and that one-way smoke is going to help him keep the opponents at bay for as long as he possibly can. They spotted Berserks here. Boom, not too keen on pushing onto the B side.
Wah, gila, mereka langsung rotate, cok.
Famous is able to pull off a kill towards A by somebody's overextension, but that's not where it's happening. It's happening towards mid. It's a push and pull. They're not too keen on giving up a man here in you know, in terms of information, but here comes the swing out, and Darian's ready for it. Gets another. No, never mind. That's Scary who's on site, but Bleed have man advantage of 5v3 and time's ticking.
They waited a little bit too long for that.
Masih nge-push loh anjing mereka.
Famous has
Famous
cracked
kenapa
up the
sendiri ya anjing?
side.
Kenapa nggak ba ya?
If Boom just held on just a tiny bit more, they could have just, you know, abandoned the push on B and rotated all the way through A because Famous was already clearing up every single corner.
Enggak, kenapa nggak ke A anjing? Mereka parah banget dah. Famous sudah ngambil A padahal.
To go for that punish. Now Famous Okay, he spotted out one contact. Great shots all together. This is what we kind of wanted to see for Boom for the most part, right? It's just for them to really get them their high intensity fraggers to just keep getting these frags. But unfortunately, they're going to have to muddle through Bleed's utility here, and that's no easy feat. Famous, he knows that this is just going to be a real lost cause. Going to have to back away, save the weapon, and at least
Bakal ke A, Cok. Mereka, Cok. Mereka nggak ke A loh. Nahan loh mereka.
next round.
Yep, Bleed put up 2 on the board, and we're back to square one as we wait for the side of Boom to now try something different. They kind of went for that dry peek over there. They didn't really have utility on the back of this swing right here. They just, you know, kind of isolated themselves because Darion, the timing of his movement towards the left, he knew that there's going to be coming a swing, right? So he isolated the fight. He let Scary take the second one. Great stuff from them. They anticipated it perfectly, right down to the T of time. And here we are as a semi-buy of sorts for the side of the attack. 2 players on pistols here still, as the other 3 have button. And they're gonna try again, but this time...
Tim Indo ada berapa tim, Bang? Ada 2. RRQ sama ini.
There's a fine line of things that you can punish Durian on, because if you force him to rendezvous immediately at the start of the round, right, you have a good, what, 30 seconds, I think, to try to do something that he will have to fight you without that TP out once again. And I think they just allowed him to do so. Crazy guy, again, he's just going to be manic, just shooting through the smoke. You know what? It doesn't hurt to try to do something like that, and it works. Cross on the cloud burst. It still doesn't do anything. Famous finds an opening onto Red.
Anjir, satu orang bunuh 3 dong.
Holding the cross. He's only found
Ada wall ya
3,
padahal ya.
and this leaves Berserks and Blaze King way apart from each other. Good thing though that Berserks does have the spike on the A side, so if he can deal with Crazy Guy right now, that gives them a little bit of leeway. But he's alone. He's being congressed. It has to be helped out here by Blaze King, which he is doing, and he's hitting these shots. Berserk comes in 1 versus 1, and Scary coming all the way through mid. Berserk's not going to know about this, but he hasn't spotted out his opponent, and this is getting very, very intense.
Oh, I think he's going to find it. Nice! Berserk just gets the timing onto Scary. He did not expect him to be on the back of one region there, and that is going to be Boom.
Let's go.
Round out of, you know, really less commodities, because they clearly lost 3 in a row to Crazy Guy. It was a 4v2, and then those
nice banget, Cok, si Blaze King nahan dia.
Right here. Brilliant stuff. The second kill though, even better. Right on target. And supported by Berserks. Great job here.
Oke, bisa banget guys nih guys. Bisa banget coy ini, Cok.
You wanted Blaze King to be that player that, again, creates plays for Boom here. One of those is definitely a step in the right direction. Still, of course, Bleed will be able to purchase up. They do have particular weapons right now with the Tour de Force. They also have the Hunter's Fury. This is going to be very tricky for Boom to get things started, even though they do have Severan's Viper Spit. As long as they know where the spike is getting planted, they can always challenge with that Hunter's Fury. So it is going to be curious how they want to go approach this. Immediately with the Sova drone, Crazy Guy pulls the trigger. That's going to be interesting. It pushes them back, yes. It gives you a little bit of information, but no kills and now no threat of, again, denying that spike plan from Boom this time. Still Bleed
ini gila nih picknya, Cok. Ini serem nih, Cok.
They've got a heavy stack on A, right? Even though the wall is down, they've got 3 players here, and they've got 1 covering off mid in the form of Chamber. So they know this A hit is imminent. Now they've spotted a couple of players on top of the generator box as well. Juicy's trying to take that fight. No damage exchanged as of yet between these 2 players, but Berserk is itching for a duel, and he might just find one which is not in his favor because Redlove sitting in a great corner finds to make that both Juicy and Redlove, and the last man standing will die to the hands of Darion. What a
dipaksain masuk A, coy.
They did not go for that overextension, and great choice not to as well. They
made mereka tuh kalau ini harusnya rotate ya. Mereka tuh nggak ini apa, kayak maksa ke A, ke B.
To try and find kills which are not going to be in their jurisdiction.
Adding to that, the wall just did not allow Berserks to actually spot Redlove in the corner, and it was in such a perfect time as the wall
breaks, kayak pindah bang, iya 2 ke RRQ kan.
Towards the side itself, towards Maze, and at that point you know it was going to be Redlove's time to shine. And Bleed just did not miss the opportunity to make that happen. That is incredibly detrimental here from Boom.
Tinggal Paperrex malam bang, iya. Ini sekarang seri di Xbox anjing.
Huge hit into their creds. Durion's already pushed out here. He does see the rendezvous. Wondering now if somebody's going to be keeping right beside him that he is going to be his counterpart. But no, it's going to be Blaze King. Unfortunately, because there's no traps, no nothing. Blaze King will forfeit his life.
Well, this is a good Viper spit from the attack. They've gone towards kitchen, and there's a lot of commitment there, but it's really less ground. And look at triple flank coming in. Instantly taking out Famous, and now they're running straight in towards it. They're not afraid of this poison pit. They know they can handle the toxin. They're spamming down people to death here. Berserk goes down to Darion, and now Severin surviving, keeping his life in the line to survive and win this round. And Shiro's making it work for him, but Retla takes out the Viper, and that might be it. Shiro
nice try.
came annoyingly close. That was so effective.
Iko lagi soalnya guys mereka.
But it was only effective until
Kayaknya performanya lagi turun ya bang. Turun naik sih guys. Karena kalau main agresif gitu guys, gampang turun gampang naik.
Too many players of Bleed chasing him down. Couldn't really do anything unless maybe he got back onto a different spot or he was prepared for that third swing, because he got the first kill, the second one as well, and then just out of nowhere, peekaboo, Redla just comes down and gets the final blow. Unfortunately, that was too much again for Shiro to handle, but it was close. This match is not what we were expecting, honestly, in the side of Bleed. Boom are really creating a lot of these rounds out of nowhere.
Sampai saya dua bang. Bagi bang Cio, bagi Uswa. Buat kalau buat mic, iya buat mic.
Yeah,
Itu buat mic dong.
3 ultimates now, and it looks like Juicy is keen on trying to delete one of those people with the ultimates. That drone will not detect him, and he's right on top of pipes here, and he's pretty safe. He's got the ultimate. Oh boy, this is big. This is huge. Juicy needs to get one on the wall. He gets one, but he gets instantly turned it off. Back on his feet comes Berserk, as Retla is with Darion, who's been detected. Famous finds one more. Retla still firing on all cylinders. Finding two. The Sage is not
Retla bagus ya.
but can the others do it? 3 versus 2. The defense is against the wall.
Oh, Durian misses a very critical shot. Scary. Oh, he actually saves him. Now it's a 2 versus 2. Shiro finds one on 2F. This leaves Durian in a really risky situation. Refrags very quickly could come from the 2 players of Boom here. And you know they're set up to crossfire. Durian, is his senses tingling? Can he do this quickly enough? He spot out the one.
Oh, let's go!
Blaze King denies Durian any form of satisfaction for
Bisa.
continuing 1 versus 1.
Ini Bleed lagi nggak panas nih bro. Bisa banget guys, bisa menang ini.
Wow, what an effort to come through. I thought Juicy was going to be, getting a 3K here, but they actually had the advantage of multiple people walking in front of him. So instantly they turn around, trade them, but Retla again getting away with the double kill.
Scary bang ya, Scary pindah ke Bleed.
Bleed for a second, but Scary pops right out when he's reloading. Not expecting somebody to be on top of Heaven over there. And now it is going to be 4-4. The game is absolutely neck and neck so far, and the buy still going into either's favor. Instant rotation from Bleed seem to be coming in as soon as that contact has been made, as the Sage and Sova are making their way towards B.
Duran's going to have to be careful. He's been spotted playing somewhere on yellow that if he really
ini kalau masuk sih kelar sih mereka.
Turn very risky. Now Boom understand that they actually have to wait for the smoke just a teeny tiny bit, and they're going to go full on contact here.
Okay.
And Berserk is just ready for it. Scary now forced to use the Viper Spit as he tries to stop the rest of Boom from just barreling onto the site. And Boom have to at least be aware of this, but because they've gotten Durian, because they still have plenty of time, they can decide to just back away, or if they want to, maybe even just circumvent the Viper Spit and just play around back of B, which could also be very bad for Bleed.
Well, there's nobody on A at the moment. They are choosing to rotate 2 of their players. Retla's actually brought back Darion to life as well. And the Viper Spit couldn't have come at a more perfect time because they were instantly discouraged from even thinking about going into that B side. And now, Bleed are getting ready for this A side hit. It is a 5v5 still. After all the action, and Crazy Guy, what a shot from him. The pre-fire almost perfectly predicted. And that is going to throw Boom in a big mix because they got 20 seconds left. They got to make a decision. And it seems like they're going back towards B again. The spike is at A. There's a player still at B. It's kind of confusing at the moment. Do they have time? Blaze King finds Juicy. Big kill required on Crazy Guy. Not going to come through. The spike falls, and this might be it. Yep, that is it. Bleed will hang on to dear life here as Darion and Crazy Guy make it easy for them to win round number 5.
There's so many things going against Boom at that point.
Terlalu ini guys, terlalu back nickel itu pas pindah-pindah.
Dropped, because Severin wasn't dropped in that game. He actually still had his Viper's Wall on A. So that's why you saw the apprehension of Bleed, or rather Scary's wall on the A side. That's why you saw that.
Nggak pernah ngecek angle makanya kan.
On the A side. And at that point, as you mentioned, because they didn't really have enough
Nggak pernah
time,
cek angle nih Boom nih.
weren't you clearing out corners? Because they didn't have time, they have to start planting the spike down and just hope to God they can get those refrags quickly enough. They can still have the precious couple of seconds to plant down that spike. Unfortunately, Bleed understood the situation. They countered it as much as they could, and in the end, it just paid off in a round win for them.
They've got 2 operators in this round, by the way. They've committed into having Berserks on the operator
Berserk
and
OP juga cuy.
Tour de Force with pistols surrounding that. I'm not quite sure about this, decision making, because I believe they could have maybe had a couple of stingers to work with. It could have supported, with the swings.
Ya,
Okay,
anjir,
that's
apa
exactly
sih?
what I'm talking about. Berserk's not ready, and Redla though is ready for anything and everything. Another 2K for this man. Shiro will be the only one to trade out in form of Juicy, but Redla's looking for more. Give him a 4K. Not gonna happen. He gets 3, and that's more than enough. That's more than what he was required to do.
Yeah, he lost the bullets there. Recon guard. Wow, Severin actually. Oh, it's because he wanted to save the weapon here, but Crazy Guy not even giving him any solace to actually back away. He's hungry for the kills. He picks up more.
Apa 2 OP dah itu? Oh enggak, karena si 2 OP karena si Famous pakai OP sebelumnya itu dia ulti. Lupa gue.
Most probably, I mean, 1 shot, 1 kill. You never know. But that's a risk that definitely did not pay off for Boom.
True. Yeah, that's exactly why I was kind of not, agreeing with the buy that they had. They had an operator buy, and they've got the Tour de Force, and they have pistols around it. Maybe a Stinger or one Spectre maybe could have worked.
Yeah.
I think, to help with the swing out, because you saw the Berserkers were...
Bisa si Boomnya, ayo jangan loh. Jangan patah semangat Boom, bisa Boom anjir.
Towards 410. And
Boomnya udah panas nih guys.
Just around that Boom are going to be not too happy with. The last 2 have been based on time and just miscommunication. And now there's a tech pause from the side of tactical pause from the side of Boom Esports as required as well. How do you think they can outmaneuver Bleed at this point? There's 2 rounds left.
It's a hard question to answer, to be honest, because Boom, I mean, it's not like they're doing anything wrong as well, right? It also is just
Jelek amat UE-nya apaan guys?
Going up against Bleed here, it has been going back and forth for the most part. I think the most successful that we have seen Boom really get into things is that when they're just confident.
Cek cornernya sih lagi jelek. Terus carry nggak panas padahal lu.
And then peek out on the dry, spotting out Dorian, spotting out players of Bleed here. But the thing is, Bleed are starting to catch on onto that and are actually forcing Boom to start getting things, to play a little bit more farther in. Shock Dart lineup to break the trademark, and it actually works.
Yeah,
There's nothing left on that minimap.
Towards the B side, there is a double push of Juicy and Darian. Not exactly a push, it's just an aggressive hold. As Bleed are going to be holding down the line here. No real extension.
User interface-nya bang. Oh.
Make sure that they spam across angles that they possibly can to get a free kill, which this guy did a couple of rounds ago. I think, the one thing that's actually missing from the side of Boom that I think would have really helped them is maybe a flashing character. To get a little bit of an entry point to flush off angles. But here we go. Darian's flushing off angles all by himself. Doesn't matter that he's got a recon coming his way. As Bleed find man advantage pretty easily. The wall's going to go up from both the Viper and the Sage. But Berserks is in a good position. Does he know that there's Crazy Guy right there? My God, he doesn't expect it. He will get the kill. Famous will get it, actually, because Crazy Guy did find a kill himself. And Berserk swings out to find another Boom, making it easier. 3 versus 3. No ultimates available on either side for the moment, but there is Shiro, who's going to expire the last one alive onto Severin.
That was a huge bait play there from Boom. I explained that in a bit.
Nice!
This is a risk, a bait that did play for Boom here. As Juicy's the last person standing, there's a huge wall. 2 walls from both stages that he has to try to push through. It is very difficult to try to get things happening with this one.
Okay.
Oh, he dismissed rather than healed, so he's not going to have the HP to really fight back against the other 2. No time left. And to just finish off what I was mentioning there, Uni, the wall from Severin was actually placed on B. They put a lot of emphasis.
6 sama yuk. 65. Bisa banget nih guys, masih bisa guys. Menurut gua sih ini map kalau dari setapan sih map defender guys ya.
You are going to be trying to
pakai 2 sentinel soalnya.
one side, even though you've got a single initiator, you might need his utility. You're still going to let him commit to one side, expecting that, okay, you know what, they're a single initiator, they need a utility, they're probably going to peek on the back of it. So Darian got that kill, expected more to be there, but by the time they could do anything about that on the A side, Crazy Guy had found one kill and then had passed in that round. And now 6-5. As close as it can get.
Yo, Bisa, yo, Bisa, yo. Yo, boom, Bisa, yo, Bisa, yo, boom, boom.
With a minimum of 2-round advantage. But it looks like they're going to actually force it through. They're going straight in towards that ASAP5. Juicy, the first frag, gets the Sage Wall to help him, and he finds his kill. But Berserks will trade back instantly. Scary goes down. The Viper going down is a big problem here. As now, Boom has slowed down the pace instantly, and they're waiting for Bleed to see if they can make another, you know, outwardly push as Severin has slipped in through towards mid. Crazy Guy's actually suspected this. He's sent his drone, but he's not spotted him. Does Darian know this?
Nice.
That's the B side opened up, and now Kitchen is one place he's got to worry about. But Crazy Guy, he's 18 HP.
He's so low.
Yep.
Yeah, the Viper Spit also used there by Severin, so that's going to cut a lot of the offense. He's going to jump right on top, and he just goes Mario on the head of I believe that was Shiro. It's only going to delay the inevitable. It's still 3 versus 2. Redless coming in closer right now, but Severin is guarding the Viper Spit. They are just barely neck and neck to each other. Severin finds one. It's all down to Juicy. And let's see as the young prodigy.
6 sama yuk. Bisa, Cok. Bisa banget, Cok.
Clock is ticking, but that delay that we saw Crazy Guy did was, or rather is giving him some chance. Okay, the wall forces out the peak, maybe. There's one, but can't even find the pick onto Berserks, and we've equalized once again. Boom is holding on 6-6.
Well, no differential between the two teams, even after the 12 rounds that we've
played. Botol sekarang di tim mana, Bang? Teh Botol di RRQ.
Instantly make it back in the final 2 rounds. A small little lurk towards mid, this time making use of that Viper orb, because they did not actually push in towards oranges.
Ini Siro matinya kasihan banget ya, dilompatnya nih. 50-50 nih guys, masih bisa guys. Dapat pistol aja Boom nih, enak nih.
Because every time they had somebody from mid, Crazy Guy watching towards mid, spamming down that smoke, and somebody from the B side watching it. But this time they thought, okay, you know what? Maybe they're not going to watch it because we've not done it in a single round. In the final round, push through mid, find that kill, cut the knife straight through the middle, and they're going to be finding round number 6. And honestly, this is the best case scenario for them.
It really is. Again, we were kind of expecting this to be.
Monyet di mana Bang sekarang? Monyet di GE, Global Esport.
But now we have our quick head-to-head for this Icebox map. It's going to be Crazy Guy and Berserks. Let's see how that unravels. Very, very similar in terms of the ACS kills overall.
Yeah, but you got to note that one is a duel,
Berserk.
the other one's playing on
Berserk.
So, and one of them is constantly getting kills through smokes like it's nobody's business. So, Bleed clearly have been
Icon Boom, Roger Sumatra. Apa sih guys? Icon Boom, Roger Sumatra, apa lagi sih?
And Boom have been more on the, you know, adapt kind of a method, right? So they're making the rounds as they go. Sometimes, 2 times they had the clock tick down really close. You know, a couple of times they had to go really far deep into the opponent's spawn region. One time when they pushed up towards mid, got you know, kills over there. Found that round as well, right? So they're playing more on adaptability. They're seeing how Bleed play and respond to it. There's not really been a momentous execution from Boom as of per se, right? Even towards the B side, they're waiting for the smoke to go down. Then they all swing. That's about it. They're not really following up with, you know, okay, we got lineups, no post plan per se.
Bang, kalau lihat jadwal map player, mau lihat jadwal map player Valo di mana Bang? VLR.gg.
Really, you know, I'd say
jika.
And what's kind of good about that is we already talked about this, right? Before even the game started, we were
Darion nggak panas, Cok. Darion nggak nge-kill nih. Nggak sepanas kemarin Darion, Cok.
Was a team that just does better when they're all about that contact play. And what they have done to supplement all of that is, as you mentioned, they wait for the utility. They made sure that there's less obstacles for their style of play, which is heavy contact, to not be deterred. And it has been working, I'd say quite well, as we have been mentioning, that 6-6 is a very good margin of how the results have been here for Boom. And now that being said, they have flipped the switch. We are going to be seeing Boom right now on the defense. This could actually work much better for them since they are bringing Famous in here, who was struggling in terms of the kills, but now that he's on the chamber on the def side, could be a switch of performance as well, results as well.
Well, let's find out. They're going straight in for the orb collection. They're going to make sure that Shiro becomes a farmer in this second half, as Bleed are giving up their attention on the A side to go all in at B. Blaze King does make his rotation coming through. Severin's going to keep them at bay, but Bleed are nowhere close to the site, so that utility is not going to hold them off for too long. The Viper utility is going to drop.
Oh, mereka
down
nggak ada
in
yang
just
split,
about
Cok.
a
Mereka
bit as
pakai
Bleed
gas.
get ready for their fights.
They've just gotten a little bit closer now. Severin finally finds the contact. Retla. Okay, they want to wait for a bit of utility first and maybe a couple of pop shots, but Blaze King, yeah, he's got the proper angle right there. Retla's getting in closer and he got his head decapitated. Now this is a 5 versus 4. Crazy Guy is taking damage as well. One shock dart could be it, but Blaze King has been pushed all the way back onto Snowman. Dorian finally somehow gets onto Danger. Does have the TP. The
Hero ada wall-nya nggak ada wall-nya
find
Hero.
one pick here. This equalizes things quite nicely for Bleed, but not even that will happen. So Boom are here, and they are looking to aggress.
Oh, he's actually going to stick it. He's actually going for it. They're coming. What? Darian finds two out of nowhere. The classic works instead of the headhunter, and now Bleed.
Kenapa jadi begini, Cok?
I don't know. I even know what.
Apa boleh
happened
tinggal
there.
dipakai?
Just kind of
Boleh yang
happened
tempat
with the
dipakai,
smoke
Zero ya?
screen. One shock dart denied the diffuser. Shiro was sticking it. He didn't care. He didn't even try to, stick the diffuser with a little bit of a safety. He just was out in the open, and I thought Boom actually had that in the bag. I thought there was gonna be cover coming in, but here they go straight into that
Udah
Viper's
menang loh,
pit.
Cok. What the fuck?
Most important.
Yeah. So I think the smoke plus the shock dart softened them up well enough for Durian to finish off the extra 2 players.
Yep.
So even though they did lose Retla so early, as long as he had the wall up, that was great enough utility that the rest of Bleed could play on that. So even if it was a numbers disadvantage, because they just really had the AoE abilities for the most part, that was a big, big help here for Bleed to secure the round.
Absolutely, and now they're going in towards the B set again. This time it's going to be a free plant. Nobody's going to be able to challenge them. The wall goes up. Famous is looking towards Danger and hoping that Darian overextends a little bit across that wall. Not going to be happening. They're going to play this safe as Boom, with a 4-stack onto A, are now going to go on an all-out flank.
It's the conga line. They're having a nice little blast here with just the pistols. They should be hearing, yeah, there it is, one now. That's going to make Crazy Guy look right behind. But if they time this correctly, they could go for a straight-up 4-man peek, which could overwhelm Crazy Guy here. But he doesn't even flinch. Finds 2, gets the help from Retla. Retla falls down, but Crazy Guy is coming back into this. Blaze King
Apa nggak mati tuh
does get
2
a
lawan
couple
1?
of kills here and there with the Sheriff, but that's not going to be enough. And Bleed again.
Oh, Kyoshi main sama Valorant, Bang. Nggak tahu.
The B site, forcing Boom to go for that 4-man.
Peres kapan main? Udah tadi pagi.
Create some waves, but not enough that it really threatened the round for Bleed.
Yeah, this
Orang nembak nggak ada yang mati loh.
Brilliant. Spectre, of course, working short range. I really thought the double peek was going to actually, get at least 1 trade back, but it didn't work out. 8 and 6, Bleed take back the lead in their favor after the pistol and the anti-eco.
Oh, Bleed beli juga, soalnya kalau Bleed menang sih jauh langsung skor ya.
Dictate the pace of the second half.
Bleed menang Bleed 3.
Close. It depends on them winning this round. Juicy is hoping for a keen interaction on A, which he will come on top of. But Boom are not actually anywhere near in terms of contesting for a pick. They just want to play the safe, it seems, on the retake maybe even. Because we've got the Sage and the Viper here, and they've got the utility that they're going to store for as long as possible. Maybe for the post plan, as soon as the plan goes down, they're going to play the Sage wall. Here goes a bit of counter utility from the side of the defense as Darian gets a free kill out of nowhere. Okay,
Hold on. That is still going to force it into a 4 versus 4. Spike actually planted for default here. A quick charge out and Bleed just immediately exodus out of the A site. They're looking immediately for this post plan, and because there is still that trap a while ago from Durian, even though he's now eliminated, nobody could have pushed up until the point that he was knocked out.
Carry mo ini guys, line up dia.
He's going to be playing Vanguard at this point, playing high onto 410. As the rest of Boom start to come in closer and closer. Crazy Guy getting a little bit of vantage point, gives the information, drops down, and look at this double swing. Famous needs to convert. This is going to be very difficult. Finds 1. Juicy's patient actually, but does not read the situation. Although Scary is making a case, he's delaying them. They don't have time.
Oh my
God.
God.
The lineups. Oh no, Scary, he's already bought it and Bleed wins. It's over. Oh, the lineups, my guy. The lineup Larrys for Scary. The rest of Bleed dried out, but you know what? It was a bonus. They spent many a minute, many a seconds to give way for Scary to just do the things that he does all the way on the back.
This is something that Boom couldn't replicate. They couldn't do this on their attack, right?
Yeah.
This should have been something that they should have done, right? Because they were going in for this fight, you know, this is exactly what we spoke about yesterday as well, what Enigma was doing.
Yeah.
Where they was getting the plant down and then staying on side, waiting for the player to come to them instead of, you know, taking a little bit of safety, maybe playing on double peek. And that kind of happened on attack. And now, Bleed. Post plant, yeah, we got it. We're gonna send Scary straight to the back of our spawn.
Jadi jauh gini guys skornya.
Lineup doesn't even matter because he's of course got the aim. If at all it does not work.
It's really handy to just, you know, have a lineup. We saw how many pros now have just gotten. If you're a flex player, you're almost always needed to have those lineups.
Yeah,
right? We saw it with like Dubstep yesterday for Team Secret. We're seeing it right now for Shiro. I mean, people will say it's such an obvious thing, but when
it works.
It works. And again, the applications, as you saw, was just, if you're having trouble clutching, might as well make the utilities work for you, right? So again, these tiny bits, I know it's not
Kayak Paperrex kan 13-6 sama, Cok.
or in any case, but when you go against it as the opposing team, you know that there is another timer to have to deal with, not only defusing the spike, but also trying to get away from or be faster than the utility lineup of your opponent.
Sure, here they run again towards the B side. Bleed are having a pretty interesting relationship with the side, but Severin somehow gets one through that tiny little gap at the stage wall. Famous actually adds onto it. Okay, a couple of pistols making the work happen here. Redla finds the danger coming his way, and he does actually get the revive coming in, but Boom are absolutely booming right now with these hits, and everybody is just striking right on the mark. The bullseye coming through. My God, what a couple of
Ini
shots.
goals! Gila nih, kita mantep nih mentalnya gue semen banget anjing.
Show of just how good the crack shots of Boom can really save themselves that round. They went in super aggressive and then they just corralled what was a little bit lead was Juicy I have to save my teammate here. We are trying to go straight for this resurrection, but that was a point that didn't really merited anything good for Bleed, as you saw here again with that res coming out from Retla. This did not get the value they were kind of hoping for, and Boom are definitely.
Boom kaya nih guys. Boom kalau menang lagi kaya nih guys, bisa balik nih. Bukannya grup sistemnya Bang, iya Ryuji udah kalah guys, udah no hope dia. Enggak ada poinnya udah jauh.
Swing out wide and the right angle as well, right? They all spoke about it. They knew where they're gonna find the angle and you know, just peek, get the kills, and now they put it up on the board 7, and it is an eco win, so they're gonna be a little bit proud and confident, and that confidence showcases by Famous going in straight for that peek, and Darion's been deleted, which means the backstab can now be initiated if they want to.
Yeah. The tag used against Bleed there. Durian thought that he had the shot against Famous, but this is why Famous is one of those players that has converted already to the chamber before, when he was primarily a Jet. I can't remember which team he was playing the Jet on, but in any case, he's really come in nicely on that chamber of his, and still the confidence, as you can see, is definitely there.
Ada yang nge-pick yellow kanan nih, mati nih.
Close angle here. It's not yet the end of the world. They only did lose Durian, so they have still a lot of utilities to utilize. Bleed gonna have to be very afraid of the push out. Recon Dart allows a little bit more of a forward push from both Blaziken and Berserks here.
Nice, Famous!
And Famous, of course,
let's go!
About him, still has a sniper in hand, and this lead.
Sih langsung level lo Bang? Enggak, aku mau keluar, pengen kondangan. Boom kanan apa kiri Bang? Kanan.
Difficult, if near impossible right now for Bleak to try to capitalize on.
Scary is pretty much.
Ini gue bolong kamera gue penuh saja nih.
Gonna be able to, I don't know, miraculously find 3 kills here, make it even 2v2, but it's not gonna happen. They're gonna hold on towards this B main side, maybe hope for a couple of exit frags. Time is gonna be running out for them. There's no way that Bleed are gonna be able to do anything.
Nah kan, no udah nih.
Recon from Blaziken to maybe find something. Does it is the question. Oh, that's gonna be safe just, and the wall comes up to cover him up as well. Will they spam it? No, the round's over. Never mind. Boom, find another, number 8, 9 and 8. It's getting closer now, and Boom have kind of found a remedy to the situation that Bleed are putting up, right? And I think that came from the confidence of the eco, and this peak here from Famous, who does not absolutely care about who's coming his way.
Harus banget Famous, Cok. Kalau Bleed menang, Paperrex masuk top 2, masuk playoff. Ini kalau Bleed kalah, kemungkinan besar Bleed bisa turun. Kemungkinan ya.
a lot of these precious rounds. They're going to be coming into this a little bit broken in terms of the creds. They do have a respectable amount of ultimates to utilize.
Yep.
But the problem now is, as you mentioned, I think Boom are starting to really come into full circle. We talked about how Boom is one of those teams that not only is the player, but the whole team needs to be incredibly confident with how they approach the fights, how they approach the initial contacts, and it is showing itself right now.
Oh, flip jeder kemana bang? Ke RRQ guys.
Particular highlight clip from Famous. So if they can bank on that fact, it is going to be good. Aside from that as well, I just wanted to add, you know, if Famous has a threat that can threaten Bleed with the operator here, that also forces any kind of team to have to play around it. So what is the adjustment of Bleed?
Apa yang saya double bang? Iya, bos satu lagi buat mic.
The one thing they really need to do in order to push Famous off is find out where he's peeking first and have Juicy challenge him with the flash. Make him get off his angle, right? And not able, and instantly just plague the site. Don't give him a time to readjust, to come back to his position. Keep attacking him with utility, and then he's going to be in a position where he can't, you know, hold off the site and the push.
Well, they're still going to go where Famous is.
They don't know he's here yet, I think.
True enough. Durion does have the Tour de Force. There's the ultimate first. They're charging right in. No way, Scary! Scary! What was that? He actually just dodged the shots of Durion, or rather, excuse me, Famous, and challenges them to death. Hold on. Severin's still here, but Durion and Scary find an opening onto the A side. Blaze King and Shiro already out of things. And what a sequence, what an adjustment from Bleed, as now, Shiro takes some damage, has the heal, but they're gonna have to get inside,
Dipik
close
lagi
to
loh.
the Viper's pit, but once again, Juicy turning the operator against Boom.
Great stuff from the duelist there, Juicy. He actually maneuvered across, you know, he was really close. He could have lost his life there, but he works out for the best, and now we got Blazing to go down to Juicy. Crispy shot from him as Bleed pick up double digits. And so far, Boom, we're looking really strong. But I think if one kill from Famous would have come through, this round...
Bagus banget Pak RRQ bang, performa ini sih bagusan. Masih RRQ lah, ini Boom baru satu game guys. Ntar game kedua coba kita lihat. Baru game ketiga, baru game kedua. Game satu kan kalah banget, buruk.
Absolutely terrifying from Juicy. That really, I think, solidified the round there, because I think if Famous actually dropped, he might have been able to TP out, if I am correct. So they could have repositioned. They could have, again, had still enough players to have a fight on the site before Shiro and Blaze King came in for the rotation. Famous, okay. He's going to show himself just a little bit on mid. I wonder if someone's going to be peeking out here from Bleed, but they don't flinch, and they still want to actually go for the aggressive A push. They have left Crazy Guy just to mark on Belt here, as they do wait for that contact.
A 4-man stack towards A, and there's a 5-man attack coming that way. One person towards mid to hold off the rotations if at all it comes, because he's got the operator. The B side.
Enak banget sih Boom nih. Posisinya Boom enak banget nih. Dia nggak akan rotate karena ada Famous.
Playing a game of patience at the moment, hoping for a little bit of overextension, a mistake, but Boom are not giving it to them. It's a pretty standstill event here in round number 19. As Bleed now hoping for Crazy Guy to initiate the attack. He's lining up his recon. And the minute this goes through, it's going to be mayhem.
Yeah. And the reason why Boom haven't really left the site yet is because Famous was holding on mid for the cross. This is going to, as you mentioned, just pure chaos is what's happening here. Big walls coming in through both. Shot from Severin through the smoke. That's going to keep them honest. 4 versus 4. And someone's hiding at the back of this smoke. Shiro has gone for the cheeky smoke, or rather Sage wall play. They might not be able to clear this. There it is, there's the one, but he makes a mistake. That's gonna be huge. Durion and Retla find one. There's Famous. Famous coming in, 2 versus 1, but he goes onto the other side of the wall. Now they know where he is. Does have the headhunters, but 36 HP. This is going to be very, very difficult for Famous to try to just isolate, as both the players of Bleed are standing in hand together for that refrag.
Yeah, there's no way he's going to be able to break off this duo. They are going to be waiting for his arrival, and the minute he taps that spike, they're just going to probably swing across, and never mind, he goes on top, and Scary's ready for him. Holding off that angle. Bleed. That could have turned around if Shiro would have just.
Hiro kenapa nggak dapet loh itu anjing? Sabar dikit padahal itu bisa loh.
His angle of, you know, shooting was so low, he just couldn't find any sort of value out of it, and he was at 2 HP.
Yeah.
He didn't use his heal because he thought he's gonna be hurt, right?
Yeah.
But
absolutely.
Yeah, man, just a couple of mistimed.
A narrow corridor for him to shoot in. It's like,
He needs to either hit the headshot or he's gone. That's it. That was the only condition there.
The thing is as well, right? Because of the positioning where you plant as the spike planter on the site, it got blocked by the generator.
Oh yeah.
So that really hurt the chances of Shiro from just not pushing out of his hidey hole and exposing himself to both two players.
Yep.
So you also felt the urgency for him to, I gotta make a play, the antsiness from Shiro at that point. You can't really blame him because, again, as he mentioned, it was so just so stressful of a situation to be in. In any case, this is not, of course, what they wanted to happen. Bleed have gotten that 11-8, and they are really banking on this fact. Thankfully for Boom, though, they still have so much money to keep purchasing weapons, and Famous is still back on an operator.
Ya.
Okay, that's a challenge and a half from Juicy. Only eats up a little bit damage, and Darian finds another kill. That's the A-side being opened up. One man left on side, Shiro, who's going to be walling up towards the side of for 10 as he gets a frag back as well. A little unexpected for Juicy there. And Blaze King making ripples happen towards mid. Now, Bleed are going to be worried about both the backstab and the front of sight. And Shiro's going to be the one to try and challenge them. The wall is going to keep him off his mark.
No way!
Not for too long. Crazy Guy finds Shiro, and now it's Famous left alone on Heaven with the Blazer King coming in from spawn region. But can this duo make it up against that 4 amazing players on Bleed?
Well, hold on, Blaze King's making a damn good case that is going to be possible. Shot.
What? Nice.
He jumped up with the Vandal and still hits the shot. Retla did, I mean, he didn't hit it while he was jumping up, but still that was going to be a shot to behold. Famous gets immediately swatted from the air as Scary finds 2 picks, and that is going to put us into match point here for Bleed. Boom. They obviously have to play perfect here, but that was very, very good of a try from Blaze King, as we can see now in this replay. Look at this.
Absolutely. I don't know how the second kill came about. He jumped, stood down, stabilized, and then killed him. Okay, that just works for pro players, I guess.
Lagi, Cok.
Did he fat finger the jump?
I think he might have.
But he was shooting.
Kalau udah pasti nggak lolos, Boom. Iya, udah pasti nggak lolos sih kayaknya.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, possibly. Anyways, Boom have called their final tactical pause here. Of course, as this is the final round. If they do lose this, very, very big for Boom right now. It's make or break. Not pointing the fact that they need more rounds in a win in a game. They just need to get this win against Bleed altogether.
Ini momentumnya nggak dapet guys pas 89 itu.
The fact that you need to take a timeout at the, at the very end of what could be the very end of your, journey. I think they could have made this happen around 10-8, maybe, right? They could have tried a little bit more at that point, maybe instantly break out the momentum of Bleed. But we're here now, and we've got Boom trying to make things happen. Even though they've got a 4-man stack on A, they're just not able to hold off that attack coming in. They know it's an A hit, but the defense is just not strong enough because they exhaust their utility and Bleed wait for it because they don't care. All they want is to take the fights because they know they're stronger on the aim.
Absolutely. And the separation that Bleed have done is just phenomenal. So it really puts multiple members of Boom individually in their own island. So they either had to perform and couldn't really get the trades. Now, a perfect example of that was Shiro. He only got a couple of kills because he was in an off-angle position where no one actually from Boom, no one else from Boom could actually refrag on. So it was more of the cheekiness that they were positioned here. Boom trying to go for something different. They do have the Cloud Burst. There it is. They're using it to cross. 7 seconds. If they go through this is going to be massive damage. They can't allow it to spot them. And Bleed, they're looking behind. Maybe they're aware. Durian is feeling it, but now that they're putting a lot of more emphasis on the B-side push, this is where this could get bloody for Bleed.
Nice!
Blaze King finds the spike down, and that's a big kill. Now they're going to be coming in for the flank, but Darian's going to challenge him. He's going straight in, and he finds the kill. It's going to be Juicy as the flank comes a little bit late.
Nice!
But it does work out. Famous gets it. They're going to wall off the spike
now.
now.
Spike dapat, bro.
Really interesting play. The timeout seems to be clearly working. Take mid and absolutely tear Bleed down because they're all committing 5 on one side. They've not really split their approach, right? So this is a good, cure for what they've been doing so far.
Now Juicy and Durian will have to push and just pick up that spike with 20 seconds left on the clock. Severan's here, spotted out already. Juicy does not find the shot. That's gonna delay things a lot further as Severin can just burn so much time. There's the crossfire. Durian getting chased. Berserk finds it. And boom, a breath, a bit of signs of life. Things are not yet over, but they need.
Bisa. Gila, main cerdas banget guys. Flank 3 orang anjing.
12 and 9. Gonna be 3 more rounds of the same case, but they this time cannot repeat what they did on mid. Bleed are not gonna be allowing that because they know now that Boom are gonna be heavy commitment towards mid. So they're gonna probably this time go for the mid push. I think Bleed, if they themselves make a mid push happen towards B, and they take a
3 poin guys.
Oranges, I think this might be
Bikin ini menang.
I'm pretty sure
Mungkin Bleed bakal miskin ya.
A bit of a tech pause here as
Paperrex fix lolos sih bang. Iya sih harusnya fix lolos sih guys.
nice and fine.
Tapi kayak Bleed udah pasti ini guys. Bleed udah pasti ini. Udah pasti ini kayaknya sih susah sih guys kalau mau menang 3 ronde. 3 ronde harus nggak boleh buat kesalahan ya. Tapi bisa sih, masih bisa. Selama belum 13 ya.
Challenge the map control against Bleed that we didn't really see actually come out up until that very last round. So it is a kind of give and take type of strat that if you try to do that, if you're weak on one end and you lose one player, you immediately lose a whole lot of map control. But Boom are willing to try anything and everything.
Itu nanti momennya di Blaze sih guys, dapat through the smoke itu. Gil Boom siapa bang? Kayak Severin deh feeling gue ya.
Risk is scary, but it's not far away.
It's doable. It is
Very
definitely doable. If they're able to break the economy of Bleed further down from what it already is, then I think
kalau misalnya ini menang harusnya dia Boom 10-12. Terus pas ini kok Bleed jadi 11-12. Nah, itu tinggal terakhir.
And I believe that Boom have the capacity. All they need to do is not repeat anything that they've done so far because Bleed are going to expect it. Now that the flank has come in, in such a full force manner, they're going to have one person probably hold on to it and maybe wait for a pick over there. So Bleed are really quick on the improvise kind of a thing. So they will expect it. How do you think Boom should be playing? Do they push them right in front of their faces and take the fight to them, or do they play on the retake?
It really depends now because at least Bleed are going to be conditioned to watch their backs a whole lot more cautiously, effectively, I guess. And that could.
Kalau Boom kalah berarti Bleed sama Paperrex lolos bang. Kalau Boom menang harus nunggu grup sampai selesai ya.
Kind of feverish they were to just
bisa sih Boomnya ya Boom.
not get spotted by that trademark. So if that something happens again from Boom and Bleed are expecting it, it could be catastrophic here for Boom. There is so many outcomes. Basically, I Agamato things for Boom here. That could happen, especially in these just minor 3 rounds. Can't really stress enough that even if it is so close, like you mentioned.
Ini siapa aja bang? Ini ada RRQ sama Boom nih. Boom tinggal harapan terakhir guys.
Have something effective or just creative in mind to utilize each and every round.
Yep, that is true. Excuse me. As Bleed now are just waiting for Boom to finish up at their tech issues and get everything fixed as we will be heading into the game pretty soon. But looking at stuff right now, it might be ending up in the case that Bleed, on track to win this, they could end up in position 1 of their group and face off against Team Secret in the
harusnya Bleed
semifinal.
miskin.
But all of that depends on this round right here, and it looks like it is going to be Shiro to try and stop them for as much as he possibly can. The wall goes up, instantly broken down. Crazy Guy throws out the drone, instantly broken down that as well, as Bleed are heavy commitment towards B, and now instantly they're just waiting for that flank, expecting it to come through. You can see that they're spread out a little this time, not too keen on giving up, map control on their backs, so they're just holding on for now.
That was a big commitment.
Oke, satu orang udah nggak ada armor, Dereon.
Blaze King and Shiro just to secure the Hunter's Fury. They've used basically everything that Blaze King has, even the wall and the slow from Shiro. Might not be the optimal point that they were kind of looking for, and even though, as you saw, Crazy Guy was tagged, there's no Hunter's Fury to come out of, so Bleed have committed to actually stopping Boom from picking up that charge, and even though that's a small thing, it does add up throughout this entire round. What is going to be the adjustment right now from the B defenders? Well, as you mentioned, nobody from Boom is willing to actually peek out. Still somehow, though, Blaze King finds one. This is tempting fate. He could use the Hunter's Fury right now to chase down that kill with the Resurrection. But Blaze King holds off and doesn't pull the trigger just yet.
He's waiting for the plant. He wants to go for a little bit of a more secure ultimate, right? And there he goes. He gets Crazy Guy! He spammed him straight down! He finds the tracker of the opponent Sova and he just gets him, and now he...
Aduh.
My god, okay. Severin gets a kill, the Rentless gone down. The plant will have to go down right now. Darion's gonna make sure that it does, as Juicy is keeping his team intact. Taking fights that is a little bit unnecessary, but Famous will make it easier. 3 versus 3, and here are 2 of the tour de forces coming into play.
Both smokes utilized. They're very close. They're going to be playing inside of yellow here. The delay tactics. Nobody's actually defusing the spike as of now. Darion hits the shot. That's going to be slowing down Severin. They're going to just have to play back. Famous has to get in close and personal as Severin is trying to find an opening, but no, Darion hits the 3K. Bleed get it. What a sequence.
Aduh, nice try, bro.
Finalizing and finishing it off with the tour de force.
Oh my god. What a victory for the side of Bleed. Last round, kind of just went all around the place.
Nice try guys.
Almost had it. He tagged
Thank you teman-teman nonton, makasih udah like, share, subscribe. Jangan lupa follow Instagram buat schedule live streaming lanjutnya lagi. Kita udahan dulu. Sampai jumpa di malam nanti. Mungkin gua akan live grounded nanti malam guys. Sampai jumpa guys. Thank you. Udah pasti ini masuk Bleed, udah pasti masuk. Paperrex udah pasti masuk. Gak tau kayak mungkin Global Esport bisa mengalahkan Bleed, kita nggak tahu. So thank you banget guys. Sampai jumpa di penjara.